And we're live. Okay, guys. Let's see. Is anybody in here? Tonight we have a special guest. We have Mr. Drunk 3PO.
Or you can call me Jay, whichever works.
Okay, good. All right. I wanted to make sure. I didn't know if that was,
No. I put it in my name.
Oh, look at that. Okay. See, I didn't even notice. Hello, Rose Gold Roche. Oh, okay. That looks like a French name. All right. Well, welcome. We have at least one person in here. That's very exciting.
Whew, you have a lot of people in here.
Panda Queen is back. Oh my goodness. Hang on. My phone is going off. Hello. Oh, Lord Arnold. Thank you for being here. Hey, man. How are you? So you guys, you are French. I had a feeling that was French. So this is Jay, otherwise known as Drunk 3PO.
Hello.
And in honor of that, I am enjoying a little hard kombucha tonight. Nothing too crazy.
Tea.
Oh, nice. What's in the mug?
Just tea.
Oh, very safe. Very good. But I like the Darth Vader mug.
Little calamine tea. Just a little calamine tea.
Oh, that's nice. Nice, relaxing for a little evening. So, Jay.
Yeah, let me apologize to all your guests. This is not my normal setup. I'm actually streaming from my tablet. So if it sounds like I'm in my bathroom, I apologize. As you can tell, I'm not in the bathroom, but I don't have a microphone or anything. I'm actually doing this on my tablet. So
honestly, it looks pretty good. We got some pretty solid definition, and
I'm like trying to get the light on my face, but
it's beautiful. It's like a nice, beautiful stream of light coming down. It's nice.
But when Jedi Bunny asks, "Will you be on a live stream?" It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if I was on my phone. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have been here.
There you go.
10 minutes, and she goes, "I've had enough of you. Goodbye. I've had enough of you." She has the power in her hand. The power.
The mighty power, yes. It's very, very exciting, very exhilarating. But, I have to handle it with great responsibility. We'll see. Hey, Snobby Acorn is here. Panda Queen. He was actually just streaming earlier. He was playing, were you playing Fallen Order before?
I was. And I'm terrible at it, as you can tell.
I thought you looked pretty good. I thought you handled it pretty nicely. It's all about exploring the world first, figuring out where your strengths are.
People like to watch me because they like they just like making fun of me because it's funny.
Everyone says my living room isn't on fire today. So yeah, on my last stream, I had a Halloween stream. Jay, were you there for that? For the Halloween?
I was.
Everybody thought that it
was like smoke.
Yeah, they thought it was on fire. It was just a fog. It wasn't a fog machine. It was a humidifier, but people were convinced every 10 comments or so, somebody was saying your living room is on fire. So no, it's not on fire today. It's relatively, good humidity content in California today. So we're all right. Dr. Coffin Nails is here. Panda Queen. Yeah, Jay has his own channel called Drunk 3PO. He actually just reached 7,000 subscribers. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And clapping's going to be outlawed soon. So we'll do snaps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very exciting. Hey, Dr. Coffin Nails, good to see you, man. Yes, Obi-Wan, Jay is in Florida, and there is no winter there. Are you in
winter right now? I'm a little chilly. I was chilly this morning. It was a cold 73.
Oh.
And I didn't want to get out of bed. It was freezing.
Oh my God! Oh my gosh! I can see the goosebumps on you. You're really chilly. You have like a blue tint to you.
It's cold for us, Florida. Well, you're on the West Coast, so it gets chilly there too.
I'm in Southern California, but it was a brisk 68 today. So I feel you, man. It's chilly.
Cool.
Yes, on fire, rose gold. Exactly. People are gonna be wondering my thoughts on The Mandalorian. Jay,
yes.
You really like The Mandalorian, right? You're enjoying it?
For what it is, I'm enjoying it because I think my soul has been hungry for something Star Wars that's not what we got in the theater.
Yeah.
So,
I feel that. I agree with you there. I think you're right about that. I think tonally it hits a lot of the points that I want Star Wars to hit. And I know this is not going to be a popular opinion, but I'm not crazy about it. I don't hate it.
No problem.
I don't dislike it, but I'm not super crazy about it. But I'm going to keep giving. I haven't seen episode 3 yet. I haven't seen.
People are asking me to turn the fan off. 1 second. I'll turn the fan off. I understand.
So yeah, I'm not crazy about it, but I do love Baby Yoda. I think a lot of the visuals are really cool. The Mandalorian itself is a very cool character. I like the vibe and the energy that he's got going on. He or she, who knows? Maybe it'll be a female the whole time, like I said on your video the other day, Jay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We never know now with Disney. They might just come around and tell us, oh, it was a girl the whole time just using a voice changer. Just got a like beefy anatomy there.
Boy, if they did that, people that like the show will be pitchforks and torches.
We'll see. It would be an interesting subversion, though. I'd say that. Micah or Mika D2, thank you so much for your super chat, and hello to you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you guys could join us.
Good dude. I know him well.
Yes, yeah. Micah's awesome. Thank you so much for being here, man, and I really appreciate your super chat. It's, oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, everybody's saying it's a boy. It's a boy. I know it's Pedro Pascal. I know it's Pedro, who I love. I
never know.
Character in Game of Thrones. I loved him. I was so upset when Oberyn got taken out by the mountain. That was very distressing for me. But yeah, I know it's voiced by him. But you know, I thought Leia impersonated Bausch or Bosch, the bounty hunter. On Tatooine when she went to Jabba's palace to help rescue Han. And I was thinking, what if they did that again, where they had a female impersonating a male bounty hunter? We'll see.
Yeah. Like you said, you never know with Disney.
Exactly. And all these people are complaining there isn't enough female representation in The Mandalorian yet, even though we're only 3 episodes in. And I was thinking, I was like, what if they do a little disguised, we just don't know yet that it's a female? That would be interesting.
I mean, I hope we see something. Apparently, like the rumors were that there's something in The Mandalorian that's going to have something to do with Episode 9, but I don't know.
I'm wondering if, I doubt they'll bring a young Yoda into it, because it does take place between Return of the Jedi.
It's supposed to be 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Right.
So, yeah, that's interesting. So Yoda's obviously passed away by then. I don't know. I was wondering if they would maybe somehow bring the Baby Yoda into it. But Baby Yoda species, not Baby Yoda.
Can you imagine if little Baby Yoda is brought up in Episode 9 as the big killer of Palpatine again? They tied it all in that way, like he's the big surprise that they're not teasing in the trailer.
Oh my god!
I would be like, wow.
He's just sitting on Emperor Palpatine's shoulder, and the whole time you think Emperor Palpatine is going to be the one. He's under the hood though.
It's Baby Yoda.
And then they kill Palpatine. They're able to kill him together with Kylo and Rey. But then all of a sudden, out of his cloak comes the little Baby Yoda. Just goes, and Force Lightnings kills them all. Kills everyone. Massacre. Imagine. Yes, Baby
Why
Yoda.
would I not be surprised if I saw that on the big screen? Why would I not be surprised? I mean, with anything that they do, I mean, it's just, who knows?
At this point.
So what is one thing that you don't like about it?
I think my biggest gripe, strangely enough, is the score. I'm not a huge fan of music. It takes me out of it. It has kind of a juvenile quality to it. Obviously quintessentially John Williams represents Star Wars for me, and all of the different themes and the execution and the conducting and the composition. It's very sweeping. It's very classical. And I understand that they're going for a Western theme with this. But one of my other favorite composers is Ennio Morricone, who did the Fistful of Dollars trilogy. And I would love to see something a little more in that, classical Western realm. But this just feels a little bit weird. Like several people have said it reminds them of the Rocky theme song in different parts. Music has to feel kind of seamless for me, or to elevate emotion. And to me, I just feel like it takes me out of it a little bit. What do you think of the music?
Yeah, because the guy who made the music also made the Creed films.
Okay.
That's why you get the Rocky feel.
Oh, okay.
when he was riding the little lizard things, you know, I kind of felt like that was a Rocky thing as well. That was my criticism.
Yeah, the little reptilian bipeds. That was a little. See where they there.
It's really hard to. It's really hard to follow John Williams in anything.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, like I'm like.
That's true.
Even though I do complain about the music on my videos too, and I complain about it, you know, in hindsight, I'm like, I get it. It's hard to follow, but you can get similar. You can get like something close, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't even need to have necessarily one of the best Hollywood composers. I mean, you could use someone smaller that takes some of their inspiration and some of their style from more classical style music. I'd love to see something between kind of John Williams style and Morricone's style. I think that would be kind of the perfect marriage of the themes that we have. But you know, I'm not in charge. I have no say. It's just a personal opinion. Peter Hahn.
We're allowed to have our own opinions.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what it's about. Exactly. What's your favorite part of The Mandalorian so far?
That there's no politics in it yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Not yet. I mean, we haven't seen the whole thing, but
don't give me any spoilers for episode 3. Actually, I mean, I'm not that. I guess I can handle just nothing groundbreaking. But if you want to talk about it, you can. Psychonaut, I am talking to you guys. I got to keep up with everybody. I know. I know. See, that's my thing. You've noticed, Jay. I love actually seeing and talking to everybody in my comment section. But it's hard when I have a guest. It's exciting to have a guest, but I need to practice and get good at both. The balance.
It is a balance. It's like constantly looking and going back and forth. But just say, "Shut up, Jay. I'm reading the chat. I'll be fine hanging out here." Like I was saying, like I'm not really on my normal equipment here, so it probably sounds a little funny, but I'm trying to get my lighting, but whatever. It is what it is.
You look fine, man.
It is what it is. I'm here. It looks like I got like dark things under my eyes. Whatever. It is what it is. My favorite. Yeah, I'm glad that there's like so far for me there wasn't like an agenda thing kind of pushed. So, yeah. And actually, to be honest, I loved my favorite thing so far in the 3 episodes was the Jawas.
I did like seeing the Jawas again. They're awesome. And so I saw someone say in the comments earlier, some of the Jawas could have been female. We just don't know. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I think they got the Jawas right because Jawas, every time I've read the books and all this thing, they're just nasty. They're just nasty little creatures and everything. And I think they did them perfectly. You know, they stole from a ship and then they just ate the egg and made it all nasty and all that stuff.
So. That's true. Oh my gosh. RC from the NYC, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. Danny, I don't know who Danny is, but thank you. I'm related to someone named Danny with that spelling, so maybe you got us confused. But hey, Drunk, hope everyone is well and blessed tonight. Thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you for joining us. It's very exciting. Maybe I'll start going by Danny. I like that name.
Yeah, it's RC's a good guy, man. He supports a lot of people in this community. So he's a good, he actually sent me a bunch of Rose Tico Funko Pops.
Oh my God. I didn't even know.
I got a whole bunch of them that I'm going to display in the new place. It's pretty funny.
Probably have them all.
No spoilers. Don't talk. Haven't seen it yet. We talking about episode 3?
I don't know if you've seen any. Have you seen any Psychonaut? Oh, it was autocorrect. That's okay. I'm a victim of autocorrect myself, so I understand the pain. I've been there, man. Well, it's cool. I'm glad you know my name. That's very cool. Oh my gosh, Sean Sarto, Jawas are pests. They should get one in a mouse trap. That reminds me, I've had a bad ant infestation, and it is one of the saddest experiences. I actually Googled whether or not people could cohabit along with ants because I felt so bad killing them. I didn't kill them physically myself, but I had to buy like ant traps.
Hold on a second. So you got upset for killing ants in your residence?
Well, I don't want them in my home, obviously. Yeah. And it's weird. They're the really little ones, like the really tiny. I think they're called sugar ants.
The little sugar ants, yeah.
You see them like up close. They're really cute. The way they kind of like they have their own little community, and they all hang out together and drink. They were drinking water from my bamboo plant together, and they just looked really cute. So it's sad. But then when there are thousands of them,
yeah,
you gotta nip it in.
Yeah, when you see like your cup moving across the table, because it might be time to take care of the. Good thing you're not on Twitter, because they would really be talking about. They'd probably have your picture with little sugar ants all over, make a little meme of you, because that's what happens.
Oh my gosh, I've been Christy. Yes, Christy, it is. It's I think sometimes. I think sometimes I have too much, not too much. I don't think there's I don't think there's such thing as too much empathy necessarily, unless it actually destroys your life. But I have felt very conflicted internally with the ant situation. I wish there was a way to like get one of those have a heart traps that they have for, small rodents and just place them elsewhere, but there's no way to do that with insects, unfortunately. Ants are cute. I used to live in a basement and get centipedes, and that was too much. I couldn't do the centipedes. I can't find centipedes.
You had centipedes?
Yeah, in New York, because we lived in a dark basement apartment, and it got very humid in there, and it was subterranean. So centipedes were it was just their playland. Centipedes loved it there. Yeah.
I live in Florida, so we have alligators. I have alligators in my backyard.
Oh my god!
And I live on a lake here, and yeah, it was. They're there every day. The one time, so I was like mostly in Miami. Miami didn't really have alligators, but when I moved closer to Disney World, the people were telling me there's alligators everywhere. Just don't worry about them; they won't bother you. And so the first time I had a experience with that, one was under my car, and my neighbor was like, "Hey, you got a little baby under the car," and I'm like, "There's a baby under my car? What the?" And so he's like, "No, man, just kick the tire and he'll go down the drain." And I'm like, "Hey, boss, I ain't used to all that stuff. Like, I ain't used to that. Like, I don't kick tires for alligators. I'm not from around here. You need to handle that." So he just got a little close and was like snapping it. Sure enough.
Wow. Oh my god. Did you grow up in Florida?
I was born in Washington, D.C., and we had a bad blizzard. When I graduated high school in D.C., there was like a bad blizzard. Like 97, was a bad blizzard. And then I'm like, I'm out. So I went straight to Miami.
How old were you then?
When I moved when I was 19.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I went to school. I grew up in the Rhode Island, Connecticut area, and I've never been a big fan of the cold. And same thing for me. I took a year off after high school, and then I just went down to Florida for university and stayed there. I went to school.
Florida University?
No, I always say university. I say uni. I went to college, but I went to a small college in Southern Florida. But I loved it. But then I tried living there the year after. I lived and worked there for a year, and the summers are so brutal because they're so humid. Oh man,
it's a little warm.
It's a little hot in the summer. Yeah, especially Southern Florida. It's hot. So. The Atlantean, thank you so much for your super chat. Evening, folks. 3PO. You can keep your alligators, Nate. Yeah.
Well, honestly, they don't bother you. They don't really. If you don't mess with them, they don't really bother you too much. But the sad thing is, speaking of this was one that was up the other day.
Oh my gosh, he's beautiful.
Just hanging out.
Wow.
And then
that's a good photo. You should submit that to National Geographic.
And then this was just people were like, "Nah, they're not in your backyard." So I'm like, "Let me take a selfie with one."
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, "There you go." Just so you know, they're right there.
How big is that? Like 5.5, 6 feet? Or is that I can't tell?
Yeah, maybe around 5 or 6.
Wow.
But as soon as I get close, I'm like a heavy stomper when I walk. They just take off. So
They just disperse.
I've never had an issue, and you never hear of people like on the news of people being injured. So
Well, I
the
mean,
only thing is like every now and this is terrible. This is so bad. This is really bad. But every now and then you'll see like a notice on the door like Mrs. So-and-so's cat is missing. If you see it, let me know. But
oh, that's so sad.
I know we think somebody got it.
Oh, that's sad. See, wasn't there a case, and this is a dark topic, but wasn't there a case several years ago with a little boy at Disney World?
Yeah. The issue with that case is really odd though, because what they at first they said an alligator came up on the beach and grabbed the little boy, but then like later on, it looked like the little child just went out into the water like on his own at night. And so that he might have drowned before he got grabbed.
Really?
So yeah, so it was one of those, but Disney took care of it, like really. What was that?
Yeah, video footage of it, of the incident?
No, there's no video footage of it.
What were the parents doing, letting their kid go near dark water?
There was a lot, yeah. That they never sued Disney, so you never, you're kind of like interesting.
That's true. Yeah, that's.
It was at the people said Polynesian. It was at the Grand Floridian. It was at the Grand. There's actually a statue of the child for a memorial there, and then they put up like probably tons of fencing and stuff now, and like no one can get in the water at all anymore. So
yeah, man, that's scary. Especially, I think for adults, alligators don't typically get that big and aggressive with people, but if it's a child and they view them as prey, you got to be safe, man. Like that's rough. That's scary. But I'm glad they implemented new safety measures. That's good. Good job, Disney. Better late.
How much would you have donated to get to wait? How much would I have to donate to get you to wrestle an alligator? Says Ords. It actually got me thinking.
I think you can pay to wrestle an alligator too. So you need at least enough to cover the cost of the wrestling. It needs to be overseen.
I could probably pick up a small one.
Yeah.
And probably hurt myself. I might come on the live stream missing a couple digits, but I did it, man. All right, I did it.
So you want enough to cover the cost of possible missing fingers. That's your lifestyle and your livelihood, hiking and other things.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Lord Arnold says $10. Benzo's very generous though.
As a school teacher myself, I look at that and go, wow, you did this wrong. You see the commas in the wrong place.
More comma. Give more comma, please.
Max says 3PO, we need to check out Galaxy's Edge with Phantom Menace living in Florida. I went with Jeremy.
Did you like it? The one in Florida is better. It's supposed to be better than the Hollywood or California one.
Yeah, I went with Jeremy. Jeremy came down. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers came to visit me for the first time. And he's like, let's go see. I heard it's different. So we went. And it's a little different. It's a little different. He didn't like it at all. I don't like it either. It's like it's like Star Wars land without Star Wars.
Ugh.
It's really weird.
It's depressing.
Yeah, it's like it's characters you don't know and like you don't see, and they don't like you can't. It's weird. Like you can't take like you see Rey there, but you can't take a picture with her because she's on a mission. And so you got like little kids, and she'll be like, "Hey, little one, shh, I gotta go. I'm on a mission." And you just kind of like, "Whoa, okay."
That's weird, man. It's sad. It's so strange how they really tried to. They didn't try to extend the lore that was already there. They're trying to replace it with their own ideals and characters. And the sad thing is, I would be for that if I actually felt a connection to the characters, and I don't feel
Exactly.
care about any of the characters, and it's so weird.
So there's a spy there. There's a spy there with purple hair or red hair. And if you find her, she gives you a little assignment to do. And so every time I've been there, like I live right next door. I mean, so I've been there like 7 or 8 times. I have a pass, and I find her every time. And she gives me the same mission every time. She's like, all right, go to this guy, stand in the corner, and you say something, and then he's like, okay, thank you. Watch out for stormtroopers. That's about it.
Wow.
You know, like
invigorating, exhilarating.
Like, but they have another thing called the launch bay, which is before you get into Galaxy's Edge, which has all the old original. Oh, it's beautiful. You can get a photo with Darth Vader and R2-D2 and
the launch bay from Yavin 4 or the launch bay from the Death Star, or which launch bay?
It is just called Disney's launch bay.
Oh, and is that in the
outside of Galaxy's Edge, and they have like prop sets from the original trilogy and the prequels set up.
Oh.
So they have like prop sets you can take pictures with, and
that's amazing.
So,
I want to go there.
See, that's the cool play. Me and Jeremy were there. We spent like half the day in there. He was like, "This is awesome."
That's where I'll go. If
I know it's awesome.
That's it. That's where I remember as a kid thinking, if they ever had like, if I had weird thoughts as a child, but I remember thinking like, if there's an afterlife, I hope I go to the Star Wars universe. Like, I just want to live. Like, I want to be able to travel to Tatooine and Dagobah and Hoth, and you know, it's just so sad that they could have capitalized on that opportunity. And I don't like crowds. I'm not a fan of theme parks and stuff, but I would spend so much time there if they actually had stuff from the Star Wars that we know and love and feel connected to, and they don't. So they're losing out on so much. It's already built.
What they have done in the Orlando one, so they have Toy Story Land, which is just like the movies. Everybody loves it. They've got the rides from the movies. They got experiences from the movies. And so it's really, really, really crowded. Every time I've gone, Toy Story Land is like packed. And then to get out of Toy Story Land, you have to walk into Galaxy's Edge. So there's like this weird funnel of people. And it looks like at this one point it's really crowded. But when you get to the back of Galaxy's Edge, every time I've gone, I'm just saying, not a conspiracy person or anything. People just don't, they take a photo with the Falcon and then they go. They don't even ride the Falcon ride. So they just kind of like, oh, look, there's the Falcon. And then they move on.
Wow. Move along. Yeah, that's
it.
That sucks, man. I mean, they really could have done.
Have you been to the one in California?
No, I haven't done any big public excursions in California. The only thing I do out here when I go out is like I'll go hiking or I'll go for walks on the beach and stuff. But I haven't been to any. When I was young, I think I came here once to visit my mom. She was on a business trip here, and I went to Universal because I wanted to see Jaws, the Bates Hotel, and Jurassic Park, those things. So I did that. But yeah, I haven't done anything Star Wars related out here. Other than I did a meetup with Jeremy and a few other Fandom Menace members once, like last year after I first moved here, you know, a couple months after that. And that's it. I don't get out much. I'm really an introvert, so
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to want to like leave my comfort zone, you know.
I am. Have you ever been out of the country?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I love traveling. I love traveling. I love traveling alone. I love traveling with my loved ones. But it's weird. I'm not a fan of like forced socializing things.
Yeah.
I enjoy parties with friends or small get-togethers and gatherings with friends and family. But I'm not a fan of like huge lines and crowds and conventions. Like I would love to, but I think I said this once. I actually got hired to do Princess Leia cosplay at the New York City Comic-Con. Like, oh God, it has to be like 5 years ago now. And I chickened out like the day before. It was a lot of money. They were going to pay me a lot of money. I was just like, I can't do it. I can't handle it. Too many crowds, too many people.
It's all good. I mean, you just got to find what you're comfortable.
Yeah.
I've been everywhere in the world but cold places like Russia. I've never been. Any
Yeah.
place that's cold, I don't. Well, I used to like really, I used to work full time for an organization, and people notice about me. I used to work full time for an organization where I led teams to build homes for like the poor people in other countries. And so I did that for, oh gosh, how long have I done that? I did that for like 6 years. I still kind of do it today, but not so much. So I got to see like the worst of the world, but the good of people, and
Wow.
I kind of lived in Haiti for like 3 years. It's after 2010
Oh my
helping
God.
stuff.
Wow.
So.
I
But
actually,
sometimes I like my box, man. I like my box, but
it's amazing that when you do you go out for things that bring meaning and value to you and like altruistic reasons. Is it like a Builders Beyond Borders type of thing?
the group is called Veil Group. It's some word, but they do sustainable projects in poverty-stricken areas, which means like they'll build a farm for like people that have no food and teach them how to farm and then leave and go to the next thing.
Wow.
So
That's amazing. That's really cool.
yeah, you know what? It's something that I've like developed a habit of doing because I've been doing it for so long. So you know.
You take your
Sean in the chat says, I'm going to Xi'an this weekend. I have been to Xi'an 7 times. Yeah, you're going to see the terracotta soldiers, Sean.
Oh,
If
is
you
that
want any advice on where to eat there, just send me a DM.
what is that in China? What part of
Yeah, Xi'an, China.
wow.
It's my favorite city in China, Sean. It's my favorite city in China.
So that's where the Terracotta Army is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing. I would love to see that. I've been to the furthest east I've been to Thailand and India, but I want to go to Japan and I want to go to China and I want to go to Korea, like Vietnam.
Beautiful countries, beautiful people, beautiful countries.
Yes, yeah, exactly. There's so much to see out there, and I love traveling the United States too. It's a beautiful country. I love the West Coast. I love the East Coast. I love the middle. And there's so many other beautiful. I mean, this world is gorgeous, and
It is beautiful.
on every continent with every way of life. And I think that's one of the most. I think that's the reason. It's a cliche thing to say at this point, but traveling truly is a humbling experience, especially the further you go, because you're faced with people who live and function and oftentimes think and believe in things so differently than you.
Yeah.
But we're all united. We're all the same categorically, you know.
We're all the human race.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
in different places.
Yeah. It's a really special, cool thing to do. So I mean, obviously it can be very costly to travel and but I feel like if one has the means, it's always a great thing to do. And the way you do it, Jay, that's the ideal, is to actually give something back when you.
Well, Jeremy wants to go to El Salvador with me, and he doesn't even like getting on planes. So,
gosh, that's huge. Oh my, is he really gonna? Do you think he really wants to?
We've talked on the phone almost every day about it, and he's like,
oh my.
Well, because last time I went with some Geeks and Gamers people.
Okay.
And we gave out some clothes, and we're doing this project and stuff. And Jeremy's like, you know what? We're trying to build an So what's happened? I'm sorry, everyone in the chat. This is way off Star Wars talk, but everyone seems to enjoy it, so it's okay.
I talk about stuff all the time. It's okay.
There's a home with like 18, 20 children from ages, I want to say 1 to 17. And these children have been abandoned because their mother or whoever can't take care of them. So they just abandon it. It's really sad, but there's like a garbage pile, and these people, for whatever reason, there's no judgment here, just drop their child off because they're like, maybe someone will find them or whatever. And they're subject to predators, you know, at that age. So there's a lady there that has like 18 of them she's trying to take care of, but they don't have a place to live. They're in like this rental, and it's basically everybody's like sleeping on top of each other. It's terrible. But so we're building a home. We're building this home on a farm, long story short, it's going to be a project where there's farm, and so they'll make money so the kids can go to school and go to college, and it's going to be a beautiful thing once it's all done. So Jeremy was like, what's the status on that project? I'm like, we're so close to finishing. And he's like, maybe Geeks and Gamers can come in and get it done. So he wants to go see it. And I was like, are you sure, man? You got to get on an airplane. He's like, don't remind me.
I really think that would be so beautiful for everybody involved. But I think that would I feel like Jeremy, I feel like he has his online personality, but he really does feel things very deeply, and he really cares about it.
He does, man. People don't know that about him, man. He's extremely generous. People don't realize he's extremely generous.
Yes. And he has a lot of empathy. He cares a lot about people in general. Yeah. If he knows you, if he cares about you, he will do anything for you. And I feel like that would be a life changer for him, because I've seen how empathetic and how much he actually sees people. And he probably doesn't want us talking about this because he has his his shtick, that he has.
Yeah, you don't see him on Twitter. You don't see him on Twitter much.
Right, I know, and that's the thing. I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't go on Twitter, but I know I can tell that he has his thing that he does, and I don't think he wants people to know what a nice, genuinely good person he is. Sometimes it's really funny, but yeah, I think that would be amazing. And of course, there's nothing more beautiful than giving that kind of opportunity to the children, and that woman that's going out of her, the woman that's trying to take care of them and to give that level of care and dedication is just beautiful that you're doing that at all. That's amazing.
Oh, we have a super chat.
Yes,
there it is.
Highlight that. The world needs more people. Well, yes, more people, not necessarily a cosplay of us, but more people like someone like Jay that does do those things.
Oh no, man! Listen, you're a teacher, and let me tell you something. Being a teacher, I speak from experience, is not an easy. It's not an easy thing. 97 Bravo's making a funny joke. He wants us to be. Yep. He said cosplay like Star Wars Explained. That's hilarious. Do you know who they are? Star Wars Explained.
I think I used to watch their videos. I haven't in a long time. I don't know what he means with the
cosplay and in ridiculous Star Wars stuff. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
They reverse it. Like I would be in the Princess Leia bikini and you would be in the Luke Skywalker. That's how that would work.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. That would be amazing. That's actually. I
don't know if it'd be amazing for me. I don't know if that would be amazing for me.
Liberate yourself, man. Just.
It means you'd have to pull me around in a chain.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That's. I don't know about that one.
It sounds glorious.
But being a school teacher, listen, I know, man. Listen, like 2 years ago, as a teacher, they came in and they changed all the planning. I don't know if you have to do planning and you add in. Oh my goodness, it was a nightmare. So we're trying to teach the kids, and we're trying to learn this new system for the state of Florida, and then you have to get your standards. I don't know how they do that where you are, but we have standards.
Yep.
You got to add into your lesson plan and make sure you're doing the correct. Oh my gosh, it's a nightmare. So I'm like, people don't understand.
Yeah.
Kind of mess. It's more than just, hey child, do that. No.
You don't just walk into a classroom and just teach. It's not about it. There's so much. It's such a bureaucratic system now, and it seems like there's more and more rules and standards and practices that you have to adhere to. I'm lucky because I don't know if I'm lucky, but I work with very young children, so I do feel like we have a little more leeway when it comes to certain elements, especially in terms of curriculum. We have much more leeway than you do because you're with 5th graders, right?
Yeah.
And what are you, history and English or
English, history? And art. They have art is once a week.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love art. I love all of them, but I feel like especially working with little kids, I love doing art because you get to show them that there's
not a good art teacher. It's just because we don't have an art teacher.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. But that's the thing. That's my biggest thing that I always try to instill in kids at the earliest age possible is there's no such thing as bad art, because if it's coming from within them, it has meaning. And that's why art is my favorite thing to teach, is because art is subjective, and as long as it has meaning to you, it doesn't matter if it's beautiful or perfect or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be edgy. It's just, and I tell adults that too, when they're like, oh, I could never do art. I'm like, yes, you could. It would just be your own very specific version of what you feel reflected onto whatever medium it is that you're using. So I love that. But I don't know. I'm just a hippie about things like that. And I'm starting to feel this hard kombucha.
Jeremy said if you want him as a guest, he'd be happy to join.
My gosh, let me send him a link. I figured he was doing the Doomcock stream tonight, which I apologize. I had no idea what was going on. Hang on, let me figure out, how do I send? Okay.
Email. I guess you have to email him.
I'll send him the same link I sent you. Wait, do I have his email? Oh, I can do it on Facebook. Hang on, let me be a boomer for a second.
You can do it on Facebook.
Yeah, because I don't know if I even have Jeremy's email. All right, let's go. Where is he?
Yeah, while she's doing that, I'll just let y'all know. So this particular year in my life, so everybody knows, I decided to take myself out of the classroom and teach online. So I am teaching English and history online in my house, and I'm trying it for a year, and we'll see. There are days where I really miss the classroom, but they have me go back to the school I was working at before and just visit the kid, you know, because I you have the kids for the whole year. So, and I worked at a second chance school, which means the kids were bad. They got kicked out everywhere. So they were bad kids. Bad kids. But I loved them, man. I loved them. We had a great time. I had to break up some fights, you know, all that stuff. And I'm by myself here now. Oh, there we go. I was like, oh.
I am such a boomer. I swear. I know I'm in my 30s, but I identify as a boomer. I'm telling you, man.
Don't give out too much information. Keep it a mystery for the people. You don't look a day over 20. That's why people are asking, are you seriously drinking alcohol? Is that legal? People ask me, I teach fifth grade, but now I'm teaching a little bit younger. Should I go Avatar? Everybody's going Avatar here.
All right, here we are. Hey, Jeremy.
Hello, Kelly. Hello, drunk 3PO. I know. I heard my ears were burning. I know you. Kelly always talks bad about me when I'm not around. So no.
Oh, Kelly, you should repeat what you were saying. It was so wonderful.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You
gave compliments. It was so wonderful.
Hey, I will give everybody, Kelly, if you can take that super chat off screen for just a second, I'll give everybody a sneak peek. I have new carpet in my room.
Wait, how do I take the super chat off? I forget.
All you gotta do is click another comment and then click it again. Click it again.
Thank you, Mongo's big things. First, Mr. Mongo.
And click it one more time. That same comment.
Okay. Thank you for.
All right. So and then there. Look at there. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, I still gotta put it. I've got to push it all against the wall. So, but I'm not gonna be on camera right now. So there you go. It's a big deal.
It's so beautiful.
It's a big deal. This is going to change. This might get us to 500,000 subs tomorrow. That and having drunk 3PO on the channel. That's
no. I'm doing better though.
Are the shelving new, or is that there? It just looks different because of the rug.
It's gonna the shelving's the same, but it's gonna change how everything looks. You know, because I didn't want green. I actually like blue. Blue is probably, that's a darker blue than my favorite color. Like I like a lighter blue, like this, like that. With my sunglasses. Should I put my sunglasses on too? Here we go. Now I'm like 3PO.
I a pair of sunglasses once. I don't know what happened to them.
No, I threw them in the trash. I told you I liked them, but I threw them in the trash. So no, but Kelly, going live, bringing guests on. You are moving up in the world.
I know, isn't it weird? I'm like Baby Yoda trying to use the Force.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you.
You got to break a rumor, Jeremy. I told them something about you, that something might happen next year, and no one believes it. No one believes that you might go to El Salvador on a plane.
Yeah, I mean, it's for it's
confirming.
I'm confirming it. Yeah, I'm strongly considering this. We're gonna hopefully make this an official Geeks and Gamers trip that we're gonna do a lot of good work. And again, this is why I've told this before. This is why I brought Drunk 3PO to the team and to the channel, because I saw a lot of the stuff he was doing, and I wanted to be involved in that type of stuff. That's what I do when I bring people to the team. I bring people that can bring something that I can't bring, or that, I mean, again, we do charitable work and stuff, but I don't do a lot of like stuff publicly. But I did have some people reach out to me because they were like, because I didn't want to do anything publicly, just because I was like, I'm not doing it for attention. But they're like, dude, you need to realize the platform you have, that if you do bring some attention to these things, it can be far more beneficial. Don't really worry about, because I was trying to separate myself from these miserable Hollywood people that are just, the only time they'll help people is when the camera's on. And but so with what Jay does and everything like that, with Jesse and everything, I just thought it was a great opportunity. So I'm strongly considering going, and I'm looking forward to it. So.
Car video in El Salvador. That would be.
Oh, wow. Can we just, you know what? We'll do a GoFundMe to see if we can get the Z car shipped over there too.
You wouldn't want to drive that thing.
But yeah, man. But yeah, Kelly, yeah, I'm really happy that you're coming into your own. I'm very proud of you. We talk all the time, and it's great. And I see, again, me, you, and Darth Barbie are gonna record we're gonna try to record today or tomorrow. But I mean, my computer was messed up yesterday. I got that fixed, and so I just, whatever you guys figure out what works for you guys, and I'll be available so we can record something.
She and I texted today. The only time I have next week, I think, is Tuesday, because the rest of the week is just crazy. Because I think I'm off on Wednesday. Wednesday's my last day, and then I'm off for like a few days, and I'm going to be out. So hopefully Tuesday, if you guys can do Tuesday, that would be amazing. If not, we'll figure out another time.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But she's gonna, she's got a lot of similarities as you, and and it's gonna take her a little time to kind of get. She was really good today, wasn't she, Jay, on that live stream we did, and so she did a good job. And so, but yeah, Kelly's taking control. She's going live. She's getting super chats. She's bringing guests on. She's making videos. Would you make like a 40-something minute video the other day? And
I did, yeah. I didn't mean to. It just happened. But
that's a classic Kelly answer right there. I didn't mean to make a video. It just happened. And
Listen, she spent, I know I sound funny in this mic, but it's okay. She spent 15 minutes explaining to the chat why she didn't want to kill ants in her house because they look cute. 15 minutes easy.
15 minutes.
It was awesome. It was an awesome story. I was just like
4.5 minutes. Come on.
Maybe 7 minutes. I'm saying it was so cute. It just kind of, it went long. She's like, the ants are so small. They're drinking water. I don't want to kill them. They're drinking water.
They were all lined up around my bamboo plant, drinking water out of the bamboo plant cup, and it was just so cute. Oh, I just felt so bad, but you can't relocate them. You have to get rid of them.
This is why I like people like Kelly and like Darth Barbie. It's the self-awareness. Like, I always tell the story when me and you and Jesse Milestone hung out, and we hung out all day, and we went to the animal shelter that we raised money for and everything like that, and that was a great day. And then we dropped Kelly off, Jesse and I, and Jesse's like, oh, we should totally live stream sometime, Kelly, and Kelly's like, yeah, sure. If you want a bumbling, blubbering idiot, sure. And I was just like, God, it's so good. Like, she doesn't take herself seriously. I mean, she's very smart. She's very, very sweet. She's very, very attractive, obviously, but she just is like a normal person. You know what I mean? And that's why people connect to her, and she's great. So yeah, explain to the chat why you didn't kill ants because they're cute is that's a Kelly thing right there for sure.
They are cute. I did feel really, really bad, but they're gone now. So those don't get the regular ant traps, you get the gel ant traps if you want to eradicate the problem. And the unfortunate thing is, you can't just relocate the ants that you see because there's a queen hiding somewhere. And if you don't get the queen, she's just going to keep having more eggs. So
she wants someone to invent a ant transportation. So you catch them in your house safely.
I was trying
to transport them somewhere else so they don't die.
doing mental gymnastics trying to figure out, I was like, maybe I could get an ant farm and somehow lure them in there and get them to bring their queen with them. But there's just no way. You can't relocate ants. So
That's great. Now, what about spiders? Are they too cute to kill?
they're not too cute to kill, but I'm okay
You kill those bastards. You kill those bastards.
I relocate them with.
Oh no, Kelly! You've got to kill them.
So this is my thing, and I was explaining this to Jay in the chat a little bit earlier. I used to get really bad centipede problems in my last apartment in New York because it was really damp. We were in a basement, so it was damp. Centipedes love that. Before that, I did not like spiders. I mean, I didn't ever like killing anything, but they creeped me out. But after centipedes, if you get centipedes, those things are so creepy. Spiders look like teddy bears next to them.
Oh my goodness.
It's contrast. It's all contrast. So now I will relocate spiders.
No, Kelly. You have to kill all of them. Either that.
Jared Weaver for your super chat. Thank you so much for your congratulations. And I can't imagine having 10,000. I'm so happy with the subscribers with you guys that I have now. I can't imagine. I'm sure anybody else would be amazing to have, but I just love the community we have. It's very exciting. So thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful journey.
Jeez. Yeah, I do what I do with spiders. It's like you just burn the house down and move. If you find one, that's the best thing to do. Just burn the house down and move. So
yeah. And 97 Bravo, thank you so much for your $5 super chat. We're going to melt YouTube. The biggest hearts the fandom has to offer. Easy on the eye. Thank you, 97 Bravo.
That's meant for Kelly and Drunk, and that's fine. You just kind of we'll just conclude Jeremy in that. So
oh, beautiful. We have something for everyone, man.
Yeah, no, it's but yeah, the El Salvador thing, I'm really excited for it, and I'm really happy that we're gonna do something, man. It means a lot, and Jay is really passionate about having Geeks and Gamers linked to it, which just speaks to his character. We're doing awesome stuff, man. Yeah, we're doing great things. We bring some T-shirts, give some T-shirts away. I mean, there's a lot of logistics to still figure out, so it's not a done deal that I'm going, but I'm definitely seriously going to be looking at it, and they're really excited. So hopefully we even have a YouTube channel by the time it rolls around. The way YouTube's going right now, no telling what they're going to do, but yeah, I'm excited. Centipedes are great.
It's going to be awesome. Centipedes are great.
That's beautiful. I'm so excited for you guys and to know that you're doing that. And I was saying to Jay in the chat earlier, Jeremy, I think that would be such a beautiful experience for you. And I know how much you care about people. And I just think that would be such a beautiful life change.
A little bit more. She was talking about your heart, how gorgeous your heart is. Don't listen to Jeremy on Twitter. That's not who he is. That ain't real life.
I paid somebody to make it look like I was saving a dog the first time I met her, so she just has a good opinion of me now. So that total
from the dog rescue.
Yeah, that totally worked out in my advantage. This woman. And I've told the story a few times. This woman, I'm waiting for Kelly. This woman walks up. She at a coffee shop on a busy street corner right there near where Kelly lives. I'm meeting Kelly for the first time. This woman comes up. She's got a small little dog, and she ties the dog's leash to the chair leg. And it's just like a little thin chair. It's not heavy or anything. And it's a loud street corner. And she walks into the coffee shop, and I'm just like, this doesn't seem like a good situation. And the more cars would come by, they were making loud noises. The dog was really scared. You could tell he was really uncomfortable, and he starts running, and the chair starts making a bunch of noises because he's dragging the chair. It scares him even more, and I see him heading towards the road where cars are, and I go and tackle him. And shortly around that time is when Kelly walked up. I don't know what exactly you saw. I don't know if I was on top of the dog and what the hell is this guy doing? Or I don't remember exactly what it was.
You were cradling him in your arms, I think, or you were on the ground, crouched, like reassuring him because he was freaked out. He was really freaked out.
What did the owner do?
Well, so as far as that goes, so the lady comes out. And turns out that lady wasn't even the owner. She was watching the dog for her friends. And I'm like, oh. So the dog was already terrified before the dog was even tied up. And then the dog's being left alone on a busy street corner. It was a terrible, terrible situation.
It was a true faux pas.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was but that's where Nice Jeremy ends, because I will kill every damn ant and spider. So
I don't like things that crawl. They're all going. Orchid man, if I see something, he's coming the next day, and I'm like, extra, do extra.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. My dad set up mouse traps in his SUV last year. This was one of the worst experiences. Oh, and there were baby mice. There were 3 baby mice, and it nipped one of them in the neck, but it was okay because they're so small that the mouse trap wasn't even effective at breaking the neck. So I went with gardener gloves and I caught all 3 of the baby mice. They were so freaking cute. And I saved them and I fed them, and I was begging this was like last year. This wasn't when I was a kid. I was begging my parents if I could keep them. And they were like, no, you have to let them go in the forest, Kelly. Because I had a whole childhood of like trying to save animals and bring them home and keep them. And my parents were always like, no, you have to let it go. So I brought the mice to the forest, and I just had a bad feeling about it. And lo and behold, I went back like an hour later, and they were too young to be away from their mother. Apparently there was like a mouse nest in my dad's car, and they were dying. So I brought them back, but it was too little too late, and they all died. And it was very sad because mice are so cute. I love mice. Sorry.
Speaking of cute things. Oh, sorry, Jay.
No, I just said it's a good try.
So speaking of cute things, where are you at on Baby Yoda, the talk of the internet?
Yoda. I haven't seen episode 3 yet. I love Baby Yoda. I want Baby Yoda.
Ryan Kennel doesn't like Baby Yoda. He wants to kill him. So,
really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a Mandalorian fan so far.
I'm not a huge Mandalorian fan. I have to say, I appreciate what it's trying to do. I still think it's worlds better than The Last Jedi. I'm gonna keep watching, but against what seems to be popular opinion, I'm not 100% on board. But I'm gonna keep watching, and I'm gonna see. I like a lot of elements of it.
I'm very interested to hear your thoughts after episode 3.
Okay.
Very interested. So.
Okay. Do you like it, Jeremy?
I do like it. Episode 3 is definitely my favorite episode. I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I didn't love them. I was give it like a 7.5, maybe an 8 if you take both episodes, maybe 7.5. 8's good. It's good. It's not great, but it's really good. It's really solid and enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
supposed to hate everything.
Yeah, exactly.
He hates everything. That's not true. You don't like it. You hate it.
I know. And I hate Jedi Fallen Order, apparently. So.
Yeah. Thank God you weren't watching me play an hour ago. That was quite the. Thank God Kelly came in the chat while I was playing to keep the people at bay that were just.
I love the music in that game. It's so beautiful. I mean, I don't know. I've only seen a few. I only saw you playing it for a while. I think I watched a couple of Geeky Candies playing it, but I didn't really hear the music in her stream as much. It's so. I'm like, it makes me want to like relapse and go get a console again, because I sold my console. I was like, I'm done. I'm not playing anymore, but it makes me want to go back. It just looks beautiful and sounds really good. So I don't
Send
know.
Kelly super chat so she can buy her a console. So,
There it is.
Okay, well, hey, I'm gonna bounce. I wanna, I don't want to take over. I want to let you guys do your thing. So I'm happy to see both of you streaming together, Kelly. I'm happy to see you streaming and bringing guests on. This is great, and it's awesome. So I'm loving.
Mr. Doomcock, man.
No,
awesome.
well, I streamed. I was only on for about 20 minutes.
You were already on. Okay.
Yeah, because he just, he told me, he's like, I want you to be on, but he's like, I get backed up with super chats and stuff. If I, so I came on, did my Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers rant, and let him know I had his back. And so I already went on there. So I'm about to record a couple of videos for the channel right now. So.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Jeremy. I know you're a busy man, so I appreciate it. No
problem. All right, Kelly, I look forward to recording with you soon. Jay, we'll talk. You just hit me up. I'll get with you on this email very soon.
No worries, brother. Hey, tomorrow I'll be moving and I'm setting up my shop, and videos and all that stuff will be popping next week.
Okay.
It'll be wonderful.
All right, cool, man. All right, guys, y'all have a great stream, okay?
Bye, Jeremy. May the force be with you.
You too. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, that was nice. Thanks for letting me know, Jay. I didn't know he probably texted me, but I don't. Oh, I do have my. So I guess he didn't text me.
So anytime like certain people are streaming, he's like, if you go on with someone, just let him know, so he could retweet it.
Oh.
So I just let him know.
Oh,
thanks. He's like, well, I have a few minutes if she wants. He goes, if not, don't worry about it. And I'm like, nah, what's up? You ain't taking my shine. I'm good, man.
Well,
That's,
thank
that's,
you.
my, that's my boy, man. I defend Jeremy even when I shouldn't have to, but he's
I like
a good man.
Yeah, I agree. You're right. How long have you known him now?
I've known him for I've known him for 2 years, but this past year, actually these past few months has been like, it's weird because when he got like really well, like he got, when he asked for my phone number, I knew Jeremy from like, oh, he's the big YouTube celebrity guy, I'm like, he's gonna have my phone number. So how crazy is that? And then he's like, call me anytime, man. Let's work on some stuff. And I'm like, I'm not gonna call you. How? That's weird. Because I'm scared. Like I'm gonna be like, hey Jeremy, it's Jay. You remember me? Oh, you're busy. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like that. So he gets mad at me all the time because he's like, will you call me today? I'm like, you're busy, man. I know you're busy. He's like, if you don't call me today, I'm gonna be upset. So I'm like, okay, I'll call you. So, no, we talk all the time. And he actually, when he came to Orlando to see me, before he brought me on, he's like, no, I'm going to come to Orlando and like, we're going to hang out for a day or two and let's see if this thing will work. So I was honored.
Yeah.
I'm taller than him. He's a tall guy, but I'm taller.
How tall are you?
6'4".
Yeah, okay. Wow, you're an ent. You're tall.
Yeah, I'm tall.
Tall. Wow, 6'4". I'm 5'4" and 3/4.
I'll send you the video of me and Jeremy in Orlando that I recorded. It's hilarious.
You guys probably look like a couple of palm trees walking around. You're like tropical ents in Lord of the Rings.
Well, we went to Animal Kingdom because Anna was texting Jeremy like, please guys go get some photos of the baby tigers that were born at the Animal Kingdom. And so we were like, okay, so let's go to Animal Kingdom to go get pictures of the tiger. So we go to Animal Kingdom at Disney to get photos. The baby tigers were put away, so we didn't get the photos.
Oh.
So then we were going to go to Galaxy's Edge because we wanted to see Galaxy's Edge, but we forgot where we parked. So we were like walking around the parking lot at Animal Kingdom forever, just walking around the parking lot. It's so funny, So it's like it's really funny.
That is funny.
I'll send that to you. You'll laugh. You'll get a kick out of all that.
And you have like you say these people like Jeremy has such a big channel, and yesterday I don't even think you were in the stream anymore, but John from John Talks was talking you up. Like people love you, Jay. You're awesome. I hope you realize that, man. Like you're.
What did John say?
What's going up?
What did John say?
You left like right as he was he kept talking, but he was just talking about what a great guy you are and how he's like so happy for your channel. And I don't know, I can't remember verbatim, but he like very clearly appreciates you.
Jeremy says, watch the video now. Do you want to see it now?
Oh, wait, I have a good question first. Geek Gangsta, thank you for your super chat, sir. The Mandalorians was a religion or a race? I don't know if it was a race or maybe more like a culture, like a cultural identity more than any. I think they were like almost like the Spartans were. It's like if the Spartans were they part of Greece technically? If Sparta's a part of Greece, they were like the warrior culture. That's what I think, but I don't know. You know who would probably know is Ryan Kinnell would probably know.
They're all it's a religion type thing, but it's also like blood. Yeah, it's a mixture of everything.
Yeah. So I'll ask you on the back end another time, but because I want to know about that. Yeah, you seem to know your stuff. You're well versed in the lore of Star Wars.
I'm like the Walmart version of Star Wars girl.
But I'm the Dollar Tree version. I'm the bargain basement version. I just know the original trilogy.
I know.
All right. I don't know how to do screen share. Do you?
Jeremy says it's a race. No, I can do it. I do it for me.
Okay.
So I click on this. It's a race of people. Yeah, it's a race, but it's also a religion. Right.
Okay. So click
then you click on, there you go.
Oh my gosh, it's infinite.
And there I am right there. Look at that wonderful face.
We're not going to watch all 7 minutes, are we? Fast forward to the parking garage part.
Drunk 3PO.
Can you hear it?
So the other day I got to hang out with Jeremy.
No, right?
I heard it.
You did? Can people in the chat hear it?
From Geeks and
You
Gaming.
guys hear it? Everyone in the chat?
Ever since then, I've been getting a lot of questions about Jeremy. How was your trip? What was he like? What did he smell like? Does he have legs? Is he really an a-hole in real life like he is on YouTube or Twitter? I will answer all those questions and a lot more, but let's begin our day. It started at Animal Kingdom.
This is the first time I met this
This guy's
guy.
lost.
There he is.
No. Okay, something stupid. You've already done something stupid. I mean,
I just want to say it's been an honor to hang out with my hero, Drunk 3PO.
hold up. Can we hear that just one more time, please? Thank you.
I want to say it's been an honor to hang out with my hero, Drunk 3PO.
You want to see the parking lot?
Working towards this.
I mean, this is pretty cool too. I wish there were baby tigers involved.
It's like we're at Disney, and I don't want to say anything inappropriate, but just understand that the two goals in life, hanging out with Drunk 3PO and being followed by a porn star. I've accomplished both of these things within the last 24 hours.
And he wore those headphones everywhere.
Was to show Jeremy.
So I got him a private meeting with Darth Vader.
Wow.
I secured passes to meet Lord Vader for lunch and other things, hoping to get that coveted shout out, the YouTube shout out that everyone so desperately seeks. At this point, I was a little nervous, but Jeremy, I got this Griggs, seemed to be having a good time, especially meeting his hero.
Yeah, I totally messed up the selfie.
It was turning into a wonderful.
Oh, the music.
Isn't that cool? The music and then people made wonderful. We did a terrible high five. You know, just totally nerdy high five.
That's the best kind of high
And look
five.
at the memes they made. It's me and Jeremy. Isn't that wonderful? I didn't make those. People were sending them to me.
That's good.
And then, out of nowhere,
And then it happened.
it happened.
And subscribe to this guy, Drunk 3PO, because my shout outs get you a million.
That's right.
million and a half.
Time I
minimum.
go home should be 1 million.
There's actually a website that keeps track of it. Every time I've given a person a shout out, minimum 1.5 million subs in 20 minutes.
I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why everybody's wanting me to shout you out. 1.5 million in 20 minutes.
As you could
And
see,
then it
I
happened.
was doing everything in my power to hold back the tears. But then something terrible happened.
Lost the
When you go
car.
to Disney World, here's a tip. Always remember where you parked.
Oh no.
If not, you'll be walking and enjoying the time in the parking lot. So that's Disney park tip number 1. Always remember where you parked. I think Jeremy Grimes is going in the wrong direction. But I could be wrong.
Actually, I was going in the right direction, and he was going in the wrong direction.
Wow.
Well, we can't find the car. We've split up. And I'm heading back the other way
Pretty sad.
because I just think that's where the car is.
Minuets, the French version of minutes.
We'll keep you posted.
Well,
There
we
we
found
go.
the car, and I was excited to be part of my very first.
Oh, you want to see some? Oh, shoot. I gave him a gift that he threw in the trash.
Really nice.
Oh!
See that? Threw that in the trash.
I did a $5 towards
Oh! Representation is in the house. We're twinsies. Hey, I want screenshot.
And you want to know what I got from him too? Kelly will never.
Representation.
What did you get?
I got him to take his hat off.
With all the fun he was having, Jeremy did something I thought he would never, ever ever do. Let me wear his dirty Star Wars hat.
Man, this man's hat is like 12 years old.
It's actually not that old.
And it couldn't fit on my head.
Loosen it up if you lean down.
Oh, this is so cute. Oh my God.
We ended the day with
So I got to wear his hat.
with Jeremy.
That was great. And then I just did the rest of it. I just kind of talked it up anyway.
That was really cool. That's a great. You're good at. I like your mixing. It's and it's comedic. That was great. That was really good. The hat swatch.
The hat, man. No one's ever pulled that off in the history of Geeks and Games. Oh, you got some super chats. There we go.
I know. Okay. Hang on. All right. Let me go back.
You're good.
Thank you so much for your super chats. I'm trying to figure out my mouse. My normal mouse died, and I have this trackpad that I still can't figure out to this day. Oh, here we go. Hang on. It's like the finesse.
Thank you for letting me show that. That was awesome.
That was beautiful. I like that video. I can't believe I never saw that video before. Okay, so Nina asked, what is our favorite D&D class? I'm assuming you mean Dungeons and Dragons. I have not yet played Dungeons and Dragons.
Man, I'm boring when it comes. I've only done that a few times, and I'm just human.
So
I like playing a character that's like me.
Do they have elves? I always like elves.
Yeah, most people do elf, but
I would like to be an elf, I would say. I've always identified strongly with elves, as they tend to be a little more introverted species. My email growing up, my screen name growing up, I was always Elven Hobbit because I felt like a mix between two. Elven Hobbit, 1987. That was my screen name. Good days. Nina, thank you for your super chat, and that's a great question. What is your favorite class?
That's a race, not a class. She said, "Oh, the class."
Oh, class.
Oh, okay. So we're talking. I messed that up. So we're talking like paladin, warrior, things like that. Is that what you want to know? Oh yeah, paladin. They said that right. Ranger. Yeah. How stupid of me. Forgive me. It's been a long day. I'm a fighter all the way. I see Will Gentry's. I'm not a wizard. I don't like clerics. I don't like being any of those things. So sorry.
Ranger.
Sorry, I wrecked that answer.
That's okay. Hey, you know more than I do. I think I'd be a ranging elf because I'm
a ranger. I'd probably
weirdo.
Good question, though. I have to think about that one.
I like that. Polly D. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Oh, it was over Mr. P. Mr. P. Kerr. Thank you so much for your super chat. And Polly D, thank you so much for your super chat. I'm sorry. I'm just overwhelmed with the excitement of tonight. I've only had guests once before, and I wasn't really hosting, so I'm just overwhelmed, and it's very exciting. So thank you, Polly D, for your super chat. I appreciate you.
Nobody says they're excited to have me on their stream, but I appreciate that. So
it is very exciting, I have to say. I was very excited. You kept saying, when are you going to be on my stream? I was like, oh my gosh. I'm just flattered that you even want to be on my stream. So I'm happy to have you here. Thank you, Jay.
This will probably be the last time you see me on her channel, just so y'all know.
You're always welcome. All right, let's see. Let's try to keep up with this. All right, so Jay, when are you moving?
Tomorrow. Most of my stuff is in boxes. They're already at the other place. So, but I can't, since I work on the internet, it's like, I have to wait till the internet, man. The cable guy comes and turns the internet on, then it's like official.
You're going to feel out of touch with everything for a while there.
What's that?
You're going to feel out of touch with everything for a while until he gets there. Because those internet.
He'll be there tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Because I have to work. It's like, I have to work online, so they better.
Did you do the quintessential internet cable installer thing where they're like, well, come sometime between 9 and 3
Yeah,
p.m.
it's going to be from 8 to 1.
So great. And then they're there at like 1:30 too. So Pauly D. Thanks, Pauly D.
3PO, I love you. I love you too.
Ian can comment. Yes, of course I remember you. I love your screen name because I love that you just say you can comment. It's a great screen name. Hi, Miss Sarcastic Nerd. King of Ruckus is here.
I'll be back next week. I'll be back tomorrow. What are you talking about? I'll be back tomorrow.
Moving is.
I have a whole new setup, a whole new, yeah. So,
have you moved around a lot since moving out of DC?
Yeah. I have this terrible problem.
Can't stay still.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Terrible problem. But I think now, like, this is where I'm going to plant the flag because I like Orlando a lot.
That's great. So you lived in Miami. Do you miss Miami ever? Because Miami's a cool city.
I thought I did, but when I went back to visit, I was like, I don't miss it anymore. Really?
Little disillusionment there?
I miss the friends that were down there, but it's so crowded now. It's like really crowded. The traffic is really, really bad.
Oh no.
And so I like theme parks, man. I like going to the theme parks now, and like I think all that stuff is great.
And you're in the right place.
Yes, exactly.
That's cool. Chris, it is a hard kombucha, so it's not a beer. It's acai berry. I'm such a hippie. I'm so weird. I'm sorry. And it is 6% alcohol by volume, but I don't drink often. I did it in honor of Mr. Drunk 3PO being here. I'm a lightweight, and I am feeling the effects of the 6% alcohol. I'm not even halfway through it, so it says a lot.
He says, I don't know who this man is. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Who's that?
Comment.
Oh, who is this? Oh my gosh, Archangel, thank you. Oh, thank you for watching my channel. I'm so glad that you tuned in. I appreciate that.
Dude, this guy.
That is a beautiful profile photo, by the way.
This guy has been in my corner and has supported our work and supported the charities. I mean, I can't say enough about this guy, Archangel. I'm glad you popped in. I don't know why they didn't give you a notification, man. That stinks. So please boomer stream more Fallen Order games. I will. I'm gonna do it Sunday. I'll let you know.
Jay, I have to say, I really enjoyed watching you play. You're fun to watch because even though you don't think you're great at it yet, like you're fun to watch because of your personality and the way that you like talk about it. So you're fun to watch. Seriously, you should keep that up. It's fun. Thank you, Archangel. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're able to see Drunk over here on my stream. I'm honored to have him here. Yes, Nina, it is tasty. It is good. It is very good. It's yummy. It's like a healthy beer. Healthier. Thank you, Trey. Chester, that is such a cool, that looks almost like an embryo with an eye in the middle. I like checking out, that's one thing I love about StreamYard is that you can highlight people's comments and then I get to see their actual profile photo up close and see what they are. Ian Giovanni asks, what's the next topic? What is the next topic? Jay, do you have anything you want to talk about?
We were just talking Star Wars and each other. So that's about it. We kind of rambled on like different things, and we did a little Mandalorian. Baby Yoda is it's going to be the big Christmas gift this year.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I think so. You know what I'm afraid of?
What?
If Baby Yoda is going to be this huge hit, which it probably will, everyone will want one. Everyone's going to buy one. I think they're gonna like baby eyes everything, like little baby Darth Vader, little baby Chewbacca, little baby, they'll just baby everything to sell.
Huge marketable, and it's gonna be crazy profitable. We know that. We know that for sure. And we know Star Wars has always been, it's never been a stranger to profiting off of its merchandise. And yeah, man, you're right. I think you're right about that. But I think we've already had, it's weird, we've already had an upswing of that type of merchandise with the Funko Pop stuff. They made like a cute little Jabba the Hutt mug and cute little Jabba the Hutt bobblehead. I have like the Jabba the Hutt with the slave Leia and the Salacious Crumb Funko Pop bobbleheads. They're cute. They're cute. And some people are suckers for, a lot of people are suckers, but I'm a sucker for that. So yeah, I think you're right. I think we're going to see a lot of that, but hopefully no baby Darth Vaders. When you said that, I cringed inside. So hopefully no baby Darth Vaders.
I hope not, but if they see money,
it's true, and they need
see money, man. That's what they do. They don't hesitate.
You're right.
They don't hesitate.
Baby Tico, Alex McCarthy says.
Baby Tico. Little baby Rose Tico. How cute is that?
I think that would be kind of cute, actually. That would probably be the best seller of her line, of her character.
Oh, yeah. We need to meme of the Muppet babies with the Phantom Menace faces photoshopped on. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
All the memes, because I'm not on Twitter and I don't really go on social media, so I miss out on all these glorious memes that you guys have going on with the Phantom Menace. But I don't know. I hear a lot of.
If there's any good ones, I'll email them to you so you can see them.
Please do.
I'll make that promise.
That's fun. Oh my gosh. Archangel says baby Sheev Palpatine. That could be cute. That could be cute. I could see that. Thank you for your super chat again, Archangel. Slaves Forging says, I'd buy Baby Yoda and Chewie. Yeah, Baby Chewie would be really cute. I was always a sucker for the Baby Ewok. You get like one shot of it in on Endor in Return of the Jedi. And I always thought that little Baby Ewok was so cute. But
yeah, the porgs, not so much.
What's that?
The porgs.
Yeah, they're all right.
But they're porgs were the only thing that they sold that actually were like food. Because Chewbacca was going to eat one.
Right.
You didn't see that with the Ewoks or anything. You didn't see someone trying to eat people are saying baby drunk 3PO.
With the fedora.
Yeah, with a little fedora. That'd be cute.
Yeah, I feel like porgs they were literally like, okay, what's the cute thing we can insert to make sure that we up the younger audience engagement with both the actual story and the merchandise. So they felt pretty hollow. They're just a little sideline thing. Ewoks did try to eat Luke, Peter, Han. They did. They tried to eat.
That is true. But I mean, the porg, Chewbacca had the porg like skinned and like roasted. Like it was completed.
I've blocked out so much of The Last Jedi. I only watched it once, and I'm convinced I have some form of traumatic, mental blocking of that, because I really don't remember anything about that movie other than just what I.
Who's your favorite character all time?
Of all time in anything or Star
Wars?
Luke Skywalker. I love Luke Skywalker.
Same here. Oh my goodness.
He was my hero. He is my hero. I don't believe in the new. That's not Luke Skywalker. I'm sorry. But he's my hero. He is.
Oh, thank you. Growing up, it was Luke. It was all about Luke. I like Luke and I like Boba Fett. Those were like my two favorites.
Yeah. Boba Fett was sick. I remember just thinking like, what a cool character, because he did they didn't explore his character. I didn't want them to explore his character. He was just cool as he was. I love the scene where he was in Return of the Jedi in Jabba's palace, and he's just standing there and he like does the nod and he just looks so like badass. I was always disappointed when he fell into the Sarlacc pit. I was always rough, but man.
So that's why I kept telling people, like, when the Force Awakens came out, I just wanted to see Luke. I had expected Han Solo to die because that's just what everybody kept saying, because the way Harrison Ford was like, I'm only coming back if you kill off my guy. So I'm like, okay, I expect that. And I remember in the theater, I'm like checking my watch, like, what the heck? It's Luke. And then they show him at the very end, and I'm like, I was happy, but I was sad I only got him for like a few seconds, but I was happy, and I was so excited to see like 2 years, Kelly. Oh my gosh. I read every spoiler. I watched YouTube video. I was like, I'm going to see my hero on the big screen. I'll never forget. I went and saw it. And I left the theater like, what the heck? And some guy was cursing in the movie theater.
Oh, damn.
Especially when Luke died, someone screamed out like, what the F? Like really loud.
Damn.
And I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel. I went and got my friend Jesse
Mhm.
and a few others. I'm like, we got to see this movie because I'm missing something because it sucked. They're like, there's no way. How could a Star Wars movie be so bad? And I'm like, I think it sucks. Like they destroyed Luke in this movie. They're like, you can't destroy Luke. There's no way. It can't be that bad.
They found a way.
So I like figured it out. Like, you got to come see this movie. So I saw it like twice.
Oof.
Because I was like, I'm missing
You were in
something.
denial. It was cognitive dissonance. You were in denial. You just didn't want to believe it. See, I think.
Oh, man. The second time was when I was angry.
Yeah. Yeah. It
And
took.
I'm like, I wanted to write them a letter. That was how mad I was. I wanted to write Lucasfilm a letter. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, man, I feel you. That's why I made my first video, and I waited it out because I always had a bad feeling about it from the first teaser that was dropped. I was like, I was on board for Force Awakens. It wasn't my favorite Star Wars movie, but I was on board. I was excited to see the OT cast. I hated that Han Solo was just unceremoniously killed the way he was, but I was willing to engage and to keep going and to commit. And I just had a bad feeling about The Last Jedi before it even came out. It came and went in theaters. It's the first Star Wars movie I never saw in theaters. And eventually I just had a bunch of people like, I think you'll really like it. And I was working with students and all of the kids were really excited about it. Like I had an after school program with older kids that I work with, and they're like between 9 and 12 years old. And they were all talking about it really fondly. And I remember one girl that she was really awesome. She was a tomboy. She liked all the same kind of stuff I did. She's like, I think you should see it, even though everyone important dies. And I was like, spoiler. I just had a bad feeling though, and I finally rented it and streamed it. And within the first 5 minutes, I was like, nope, this ain't Star Wars. This isn't it. Like they're doing something. I don't know what they're doing or what they're going for, but this is not Star Wars, man. Like they missed the mark. And I just remember thinking the whole time, like, they're trying for something new. Like they're not trying to do Star Wars. They're trying to make their own vision that really is putting it in the same. Star Wars is a placeholder. It's a name tag, but it's not the being underneath. It's not the material. It's not the meat. It's not the soul of Star Wars. It has all the images and all the flashery, but it's not there. And yeah, it's been interesting to see your story, Jeremy's story. So many people go through the almost like the stages of grief to deal
I'm
with.
just like I was just like, they should have just done something different.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been okay. Last Jedi came out on Netflix, and I debated. I'm like, should I watch it again? Maybe I watched it again. I got all the way. I got all the way to the part where Rey kind of beats him in a little stick match, and he falls over.
So,
I turned it off. I was like, I can't. It's just as bad. It's just as bad. Because sometimes you watch something and you go back later and you're like, oh, okay, I get what they're doing now. So I was like, even though I was part of the fandom menace, I secretly watched The Last Jedi again just to see, because it was on Netflix, to see maybe I really did truly miss something. But no, I didn't. It's worse. It gets worse the more you watch it. Yeah. And I don't want to be angry. I don't want to look at something Star Wars and be angry. That's not what ever was for me.
I know, that's the conflict. That's the conflict that I've had, because I never ever thought I'd do YouTube of all things, and I never thought if I did make a YouTube video that would be like complaining about something. But I saw it and I was like, I need to vent, And I just want to know if there's anyone else out there that this resonates with, my feelings. And I think I had already started watching other people's videos. I think I had found Geeks and Gamers. I'd watched several other videos. And what really got me was this video that someone posted of Mark Hamill on a panel talking with Ryan Johnson.
Oh, yes.
And I watched that and I was like, it was so soul shattering. And I was just like, you know what? Like, that's it. I'm just going to say something and see if like what my feelings are resonate with people. And I didn't think I was going to get more than like 12 views, but I just wanted to, even if there were 7 people in the world that were like, yeah, girl, I feel you there, I would have been happy. But I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't want to hate Star Wars, and I don't hate Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but it's a weird thing, man. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre time because it's not just Star Wars. It's a reflection of what everyone in society is going through right now. It's a changeover. It's a passing of the torch to new creatives in Hollywood, and they're working through this strange new order where they're trying to push their version of things without any real art behind it.
They should have just done something different.
Yeah.
New characters and like not even,
Yep.
but it's like they just use the old ones to get us to watch.
Yep.
And they doing it again. They like, what is this Palpatine business? Are they gonna wreck Anakin to oh man, like it bothers me. And I'm here on her stream alone. And she's back.
What happened?
I don't know. You disappeared for a moment.
That was trippy. Whoa. I went in and out of existence for a second. It was a quantum leap. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Look at all those super chats.
Hey, Matt G. Ever see a TV show in the theater? No. 60th anniversary of Twilight Zone last week. 6 great episodes. Amazing. That's awesome. Well, I'm assuming you mean Rod Serling's Twilight Zone, not the new version, which I've heard is not very good. Yeah. I love the original Twilight Zone. That show is amazing. That must have been really cool to see because so many of those episodes are beautifully shot.
I watched it with my grandma.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I watched
that show
growing up. It's great. It's great. It still holds up. It still has meaningful messages and cautionary tales for people to hear and see. We're living in the Twilight Zone now.
Yeah.
Archangel, thank you again. You've tried to rewatch TLJ Drunk High every which possible way to give it a chance. Every time you get 5 minutes in, you hear Mahler in the back of your head and can't ignore the stupidity.
Yeah, that's true. So true.
Thank you for your super chat, Archangel. Yeah, I haven't rewatched it just because if I know within every fiber of my being that I will not enjoy it more and I will only enjoy it less and I will only take away from my spirit. And I want to keep my soul pure of The Last Jedi. I never want to engage with that again. I'm hoping, I'm hoping Rise of Skywalker is at least a little bit better, but I'm not going to see it unless people I trust enjoy it. So it's sad.
My cousin runs a movie theater, so I'm like hoping to get to see it before. He let me do that with Endgame, which was nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I got to see it like at 1 a.m. or something like that, and it was late, but it was cool. So, but then I'm gonna see Cats. Don't judge me, but yeah.
I'm not judging you. I'm intrigued by Cats. Something tells me it'll still be better than The Last Jedi.
Probably. I mean, it's just that movie just makes me angry, and I don't like being angry. I like being happy.
Yeah, exactly. It's and
then it made me for what fun I had with The Force Awakens, even though it was a copy and paste pretty much from A New Hope, but what fun I had with it, seeing Star Wars on the big screen again, seeing Han Solo on the screen, Chewbacca, it just killed that for me too. Just killed it.
I know. It's so sad. I never would have imagined that was possible. Like, I knew that I had a bad feeling about it and that I probably wasn't going to like it, but I didn't expect it to hurt, to like actually hurt my own personal feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
It was weird. It's weird what they did, because it's not like they just, like you keep saying, they didn't do something different. They didn't do their own thing. They took the beloved characters, the original trilogy characters that everyone started with, and they slowly but surely changed who they were at their core. And now, if all these leaks are true, Leia was the last Jedi the whole time, and I don't know. It's just
that's the thing that hurts, is going back and watching the original and knowing where Luke's going to end up.
Yeah.
You're just like,
no. And Han Solo, knowing that I remember the winter after I first saw The Last Jedi. I found copies of the original trilogy before George Lucas went back and had the special edition. Those are the only versions I'll watch, or the original released trilogy. And I'm able to stream them, so I watched them on the big screen, and I watched all of the making of documentaries that are each about the same length as the actual full feature films. And I loved it. It was so fun. It was a great, fun marathon, introverted over the weekend and just watched those. But at the bottom of my heart, I just kept thinking, wow, Han is brutally killed, and Luke Skywalker, this must have been after The Force Awakens, because I remember still being excited about the next one. So it wasn't after The Last Jedi. But still, I mean, imagine watching, like, I can't even imagine watching them now, knowing all the changes that they made. They changed everything.
so sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
So say something happy, man. Smile again.
I know. I'm gonna say something happy.
I need some tacos, man. Maybe I'll eat some tacos. Make me happy.
When I glitched out before I saw that King of Ruckus said that it was the hard kombucha, and I think you might be right, King of Ruckus. I think the hard kombucha somehow just teleported my mind and my physical essence away from the electronic.
I would blame that as well.
This is why I don't typically, consume alcoholic beverages, is because I feel like maybe if I did it more often, like I think most people, when they do drink, they tend to drink frequently. I'm like maybe once a month. So I'm just not used to it. I'm just not used to the feeling. And then Psychonaut, I see you in the comments. I see you guys in the comments, and I'm not ignoring you, I promise. It's just when I do have a guest like this wonderful Jay here, I'm trying to keep the conversation for all of us.
You can blame me. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not blaming you. We're all a part of this.
I'm telling the people in the chat, they could blame me. It's okay. It's okay. I can take it.
Oh, Christy, thank you so much for being here.
I would say the same thing. If Kelly wasn't talking to me in the chat, I would say the same thing. Don't ignore me, please.
Don't worry, guys. I'm still here. I'm still with you. I'm always with you. I'm always with you. We are connected. We are connected. Deep down, we are all connected.
Archangel said, Jay's a twat, ignore him. That's my friend though. Friends are allowed to say that.
That's true. That's true. If it comes from a friend, it's all right. So Jay, what was your first experience with Star Wars?
I grew up, and my parents are very religious, conservative.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me and my brothers and sister and everything, they limited, and I'm not mad at them or anything, but they limited the movies or things that we could watch. And for whatever reason, Indiana Jones and Star Wars was on the list.
Wow. Wait, so let you watch.
Yeah, so it was so we just watched that a million times over, on the VHS or whatever they had at the time. They might even had a laser disc. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, just watched it over and over and over. And they bought us books Star Wars book. I actually have a lot of Indiana Jones books that we were able to read. So that was like a big part of childhood and growing up. And then on the prequels, I love the prequels more than I love the prequels. Episode 3 is my favorite Star Wars film.
Wow.
And yeah, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite. It's my absolute favorite.
What makes it your favorite?
I guess I was a little bit older when the prequels came out, so I didn't see any of the Star Wars film, the original trilogy, in the theater until they like re-released it.
Oh wow!
So I never saw it like, you see videos of like people standing in super long lines to see Return of the Jedi and all that stuff, but I never saw it. So it was the prequels. The thing that I loved about the prequels was my brother was living with me at the time in South Florida, and they had pre-ticket sales, and people came and they camped out. They camped out at the movie theater. It was so much fun, and to see all the Star Wars fans just camping out, and like they'd given out donuts, and we just stayed awake, and people would they would reenact the movies, and it was just so much fun for me. Like, I guess that part of it all just made me like love this atmosphere and love these Star Wars fans and love everything about it. And then we saw the movie on midnight, and I just loved everything. I loved everything about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. There's problems with the prequels. Everybody knows that. But it was the whole atmosphere of like everybody coming together for the love of Star Wars. And it was beautiful. And we were like, people didn't know, but you were like, I know you because I know what you're doing. And that's so cool. And look how you're dressed. And look how we're hanging out. And we all stink together because we're sleeping outside. But we want these tickets. And it was awesome. It was awesome.
I feel that, and that's the sad thing that we don't have anymore. I don't see it.
We don't have it.
It's sad. I mean, we have it in the in the fandom menace and the people that are still united in their love of what makes Star Wars special to them, which I'm so grateful for. And I always remind myself, like, hey, I don't like the new direction of Star Wars, but it's brought me this sense of connection to people that I never would have met otherwise. Because I keep to myself. I've always kept my love of Star Wars very personal. I never really I didn't really have friends growing up that I shared it with. And I wouldn't have you and all of the people here tonight if it weren't for how poorly things went. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everybody that's a part of this. And I've met so many people, not met necessarily in person, but I feel connected to people that it's not even just Star Wars anymore. It's now I'm finding people that actually connect to like how awkward I am, or how, like the fact that I'm an introvert, or people that love cats, and it's really cool to find people that you'll connect on that one element, but then there will just be tendrils of other connections that you'll find through that, and it's really special. And it's just awesome. There's so much to offer. Your stream the other night where like Abu Nas was freestyling, like it just brings like
very passionate.
It's so cool. Like that was a great stream overall, but I just thought of that moment because I was just like not expecting that, but it's so cool to see how many different layers are in there in terms of connection, and then there's new levels of creativity that are coming out.
Yeah.
Like a supernova. Everything, like it was a dying sun, but now all of this new life and experience and creativity has been born out of it, and connection. So I'm grateful, and I'm sure a lot of other people are too. I want to thank Smatter Effect, by the way. If Kathleen Kennedy's out, we have to have a party live stream on it.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be a celebration.
Archangel, you said it good. Prequels were great stories told a little bit better. Yeah, I agree. I couldn't say it better. And again, I think my whole narrative for me was how awesome it was to like camp out for tickets with Star Wars. It just was so much fun. Like it's something like you said, we don't do that today. Everybody buys it on their phone. You know, we buy it early and that's it. There's no waiting in lines or which I get. I mean, that's just where we are. But that's the memories I have with the prequels. All three of them. We did it for all three of them.
I'm sure people would do it again if Star Wars was like that again too. But it's too easy not to.
Oh yeah. Oh man, The Last Jedi on opening night was awesome.
Yeah.
Except for the movie.
And
people walked out of that like they didn't even clap. So there's people dressed like Luke Skywalker in the theater because Orlando, you know, it's next to Disney, so they have like some big theaters out there that do these parties, and people are dressed in, you know, cosplay and they're doing all that, and so it was cool. And then when the movie was over, like people didn't even clap. Like it was like the movie was over and like people just got up and left.
Yeah.
And then to go online and hear people say, people that didn't like the movie was a minority. I'm like, you got to be out of your freaking mind. I know maybe like 2 people that like the movie, but they just kind of like it just because they're like, well, I liked it. And then they don't think twice about it is what I'm saying.
Right. That's so true. Yeah. I remember when The Force Awakens came out, I was so excited. And there were 3 of us that went, and one of my friends works for Tesla, and he had whatever the model was at the time, he had it out because he works for the company. He does like the supercharging stations, and he took us in the Tesla to an IMAX theater in New York. It was so exciting. It was like wintertime, so we were all wearing Star Wars Christmas sweaters, and we had the 3D glasses on, and we took selfies. It was so exciting. And then I was excited. I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed The Force Awakens. I got hyped up, similar to the way you felt about the prequels. I felt hyped up again. I felt like a kid again. And then The Last Jedi, everything just kind of fell off for me. Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it's
Super chat.
Yes. Matt G also saw TNJ Best of Both Worlds, GOT season 4 finale, 4th and 10th Doctor's regenerations on the big screen. You also sadly saw Inhumans. Whammy. Inhumans. What is Inhumans?
It's a movie, wasn't it?
Or is that a show? Because he's talking about all these shows that he's seen. That must have been cool. Oh my gosh, was the season 4 finale the one where they killed Oberyn Martell? Because that was crazy. I don't remember which season. Or was that the Red? No, that was after the Red Wedding, right? That's cool. Oh, that's exciting. The 4th and 10th Doctor regenerations on the big screen. That must have been awesome. I love the music during the regenerations.
Well, Kelly, I'm sorry. I have to run.
That's okay, Jay. I'm just
coming over to like box up some more stuff.
I hear you. I know it's late where you are too, so you got to get a move on.
9:30. Thank you so much for the invite. Chat, I will give you back your Jedi bunny. She will give
yes,
you all
talk to the people. Yay, we're here. Okay. Thank you so much, Jay.
Thank you. I hope we do this again. I'll have my setup ready and it'll be so much more fun. So
hey,
thank you.
It's real. It's raw. It's real. It's
something else, man. Have a wonderful, wonderful stream. Everybody in the chat, thank you for being lovely. Kelly, thank you for the invitation. It was amazing. Thank you. And we'll talk soon.
Sounds good. All right.
And I'm selling Kelly's phone number on eBay right now. It's at $320 bid. But if you just DM me, maybe I could work something out. Just letting you know.
The price went up. I feel a little more worthy now.
Bye, Kelly. Have a good night. Wait. I got 900 right there. Oh,
900. Oh.
I'll give you the first number. One. The first number is 1. Oh, no, I was just kidding.
1,500.
Dang. Look how popular you are. $1,500.
Nina, hopefully for charity. Yes, it's gonna go to a bunny rescue sanctuary.
Yeah, we'll see how. It'll go for 10K. Wow, look at everyone. Yeah, be jealous, everyone. I have her phone number. Be jealous. Be jealous. Bye, Kelly. Have a good night.
Bye. Good night. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm here with you now. What do you guys want to talk about? Mark Krell. 320,000. I mean, for a bunny sanctuary, could save all the bunnies in the world. 50 pesos. Thanks, Joshua. So how's everybody doing? What's everybody up to tonight? Obviously, you're all here. Hi, Taco Cat Joshua Tika. Life, says Lord Arnold. Yes, life. That's good. Grateful for that. You got to keep it a secret, man. Caitlin, thank you. Isn't Nova sweet? Sleeping in her little tree. If she's sleeping now, that means she's gonna be a little terror tonight. I'm gonna have to go once she starts pulling that tapestry down again. But I'm proactive. I have a laser pointer with me, so if she goes for the tapestry again tonight, I'm gonna distract her with the laser pointer. So that's my little trick. We're gonna see if that works. Hi, Geeky Candy. What's up, girl? It's good to see you here. Thank you for stopping in. How are you? Are you enjoying what's it called? The Fallen Order game? I see you streaming that a lot. That's awesome. It looks cool. Real Gentry. Thruppence. A penny. That reminds me, one of my favorite songs as a kid was Feed the Birds. I think it was called Feed the Birds in Mary Poppins. Tuppence a bag. Soul Assassin, I agree. Oh my gosh, you changed your profile photo. Look at that little bee. So cute. He or she. I bet that Baby Yoda is going to be revealed to be, it's going to be a gender reveal. And I think it's going to be a female. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Geeky Candy, you're going to play. Okay, so guys, Geeky Candy, she has her own channel and she's been live streaming playing Jedi Fallen Order. And so she's going to be going in about 7 minutes or so. So if you guys want to watch her play, I highly suggest you go over there, check out her channel. She's awesome. She has a great personality. She does great. She talks while she does it. And obviously the game is fun to watch too. So go check her out. Check her out in general. She has great videos and really good breakdowns of the Mandalorian and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, Geek, I didn't see that. I haven't seen episode 3 yet, so I didn't know. They called it a hymn. Okay. See, I didn't see episode 3. I need to watch episode 3. Haven't done it yet. All right, good to know. I guess my theory was incorrect. But the Mandalorian could still be a female, just using a voice changer to sound like a male. Ooh, Nina's playing God of War. Hi, Greg. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, I am streaming. I finally had some time this week and I wanted to do a stream, talk to you guys again. I was feeling kind of, I don't know, like after work today, I felt a little bit lonely and sad. And I've been wanting to stream again and talk to you guys because you're my friends. And it feels good to talk to you guys again. So it was really fun having Jay on before and talking to him. He's such a cool person. He has a great energy, but I was missing talking to you guys in the comments. So thanks for being here, everybody. Hi, Scott. Lord Arnold says, where'd you go? Hang on. Lord Arnold says, spoiler geeky. It's okay. That's honestly, I'd rather be informed and know that we already know the gender, because I was kind of getting on a little bit of a high horse saying like, I bet it's going to be a girl the whole time. So I deserve to be humbled in that regard. I enjoy being humbled, actually. It reminds me that I'm human and theories are fun. Thank you, Joshua Tika. Thank you, Geeky Candy. I appreciate that. Yes, and let's definitely stream together. I saw your comment on my video about live streaming together a while ago, and I wrote you my email on your comment. So feel free to drop me an email anytime. I'm not on social media very much, but if you send me an email, I'd love to arrange something with you. I'm slowly but surely getting less awkward and a little bit better at live streaming, so I would love to do a live stream with you. You're awesome. You're doing great. I think your channel is just awesome. Your content is great. You're super smart. You're beautiful to look at. So keep up the good work and let's definitely collab sometime soon. I would love that. Geeky, yes, of course. Yes, text me. Feel free to text me. Thank you. That would even be even better because I check my phone more often than I check my email. So yes, thank you. I'm excited. Greg says The Shining was on earlier tonight. Oh, how are you liking Dr. Sleep so far? I know that there are a lot of mixed reactions. As I'm sure some of you guys know, I reviewed Dr. Sleep and I personally really enjoyed it, but I can also understand a lot of the criticisms of it and I don't necessarily disagree with them. Yes, perfect, Geeky Candy. Thank you. I would love that. Safe travels wherever you're going and have a good stream tonight. And everybody, if you want to watch gameplay, go ahead and watch. Psychonaut 59, if you want to see me go away, I don't know what this means. I'm assuming you're saying you want me to go away. But hey, if you want a different stream, go check out Geeky Candy. She does really awesome live gameplay. So everybody go check her out. Hi, Elijah. Do I have any new pieces of art? I haven't done any new art recently. Let me see if I have any on my phone I could show you though. I think I showed you some on my phone before. It's kind of hard to find it though. Hang on. Art. I have a folder that has my art in it. Art. Okay, so let's see. This one's kind of cool. I did this in my class notes. Where's my camera? Okay. I did this, wait. Yeah, I did this in my class notes just on basic lined paper. There's a date on it somewhere. It's like a gargoyle looking creature. I always loved gargoyles. Here, that's probably, wait, oops. I'm so low tech. I'm so, whatchamacallit. I'm such a boomer. I'm a boomer. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm sorry. I apologize. Look, okay, little gargoyle. You know what? You can't see it, so I'm just going to give up now. But yeah, I haven't done any new art. I need to do new art because I miss it. I'm an art teacher. I should be doing art regularly. But, you know, I need to get back on. I need to get back on. Matt G, yes, I love other Kubrick movies. I absolutely adore Kubrick. He's one of my favorite directors. I think he's definitely in my top 10 directors, if not even more. I think between Kubrick and David Lynch, those are probably my top two favorite characters. Ooh, Chaplin, you liked Rose the Hat. Well, I think that Sarah Ferguson, I believe her name is, the actress that portrays her, I think she does a great job. I thought she was a true scene stealer in that. It was awesome. Jason, thank you. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you for your super chat, $10. You're awesome. I appreciate that. I'm so happy you guys are all here. I appreciate it. Oh, Psychonaut. Please do a solo stream next time. You and Nova are all you need. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I'm definitely working on, I love solo streams. I think solo streams, it's hard to say which my favorite are because I like talking to other people, obviously. It's really fun, and getting to know other members of this community. It's super cool. But I also love interacting with you guys, and you guys are like the reason that I'm here. So this is kind of pretty much my favorite thing to do because I feel like I'm just hanging out with my friends. So I'm glad that you enjoy me and Nova and just hanging out. We get to introvert together separately. It's very fun. So I'm glad you appreciate that. Thank you. Ian Giovanni, what is oh God. I'm curious to know what's got you sighing. Oh yeah. Oh, they're two of your least favorites. You only did Clockwork Orange and Eraserhead. Ooh, so you like darker stuff. Well, I'm curious to know who your favorite director is then. That's so funny. But yet you have a Cthulhu profile photo, and I always think of Lynch and Kubrick as being almost very Lovecraftian in their approach. So I'm curious. Maybe you like I don't know, Carpenter, like John Carpenter's The Thing. Oh, Lord Arnold, you sent me some. See, I don't really go on Facebook anymore. The only time I ever go on Facebook is if I'm streaming with Jeremy usually, because he'll send me a link through Facebook Messenger, and that's the only way I can get it on my computer. So I don't really go on Facebook unless it's like, I think I went on my birthday to thank people for birthday wishes last month. But yeah, I really don't go on social media that much. I get so overwhelmed just with like emails. It's so hard for me to keep up with social media. I need to, but I will try to remember to go back on social media and check out what you sent me. I will try to remember to do that. I just sometimes forget because I don't even have the apps on my phone anymore. Ooh, Hitchcock. Hitchcock's amazing. Alfred Hitchcock is absolutely phenomenal. Do you like Orson Welles? I like Orson Welles too. But yeah, Hitchcock's great. That's a good one. And I always think of Kubrick as, I think he was certainly inspired by Hitchcock as well. Oh, Peter, thank you. Magical stream. It is magical. Yes, Clockwork Orange is awesome. I need to see Clockwork Orange again, man. I mean, that's an awesome film. It's so cool. Very, very dark. But I think when Kubrick does dark, he's at his best. Yeah, Citizen Kane is beautiful. Citizen Kane is a beautiful movie. I think that's my favorite, probably my favorite black and white movie. I also love The Third Man. That's a good one. The Third Man is good. Yeah, there's so many good movies out there, and that's kind of why I want to stick to reviewing things that I love instead of kind of trashing things that I don't like. Because I feel like there's so many people out there that are talking, negatively about things. And of course, like, that's great. Like, people should be able to review things negatively. If something really bothers me and irks me, I think I might review it. But that's why I reviewed Dr. Sleep, is because I really, really enjoyed it, especially as Kubrick's Shining fan. I really enjoyed it. So that's why I wanted to do a positive review. And it was my first real movie review that I did. So I was super nervous, but it was really cool and fun and nice to talk about something that I enjoyed. Oh, Jay, thank you. You're amazing, buddy. I really appreciate you coming on the stream before. People love you. You're awesome. Your channel is doing great. You've got great content, great energy. So you keep up the good work and good luck on your move. That's exciting stuff. Thank you. Sean Sarto. Realizing stories where babies and parentages are planned. It's always to change dynamics, challenge the order. Ooh, interesting. I would like to hear you expand on that a little more. That's interesting. Thank you, Ollie. Oh my gosh, thank you. You guys are the best. See, this is why I love doing this, you guys. Ooh, Sunset Boulevard. Ironically, I know you don't like David Lynch, but Sunset Boulevard is David Lynch's favorite movie. Hello, Jordan Deos. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen Sunset Boulevard yet, actually. I need to see Sunset Boulevard. I've heard only great things about it. I know a lot of people in the film community absolutely love it. My favorite film noir is probably, oh my gosh, Chinatown. I love Chinatown. I love that movie. Oops, I wasn't keeping up the chat. Sorry, guys. Sean Sarto, The Mandalorian is already going soft. I haven't seen episode 3 yet, so I still need to check it out. We shall see. I shall see. I don't know if I'm going to do a review yet, because at this point, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm feeling kind of like meh, in the middle. So I don't want to do any reviews unless I really feel passionately about something, at least to start, because I still feel pretty awkward just doing reviews unless I'm really passionate and I have a lot to talk about. So if I love something, I'll review it probably. If something moves me or truly engages me or really entertains me, I will definitely review it. And if something really irks me or makes me feel very strongly negative about the creative process or the execution of it, maybe I'll review it. But I want to try to stay on the positive side if I can. It is ironic, Ian. It is ironic. Have you seen? I'm interested to know. I don't want to like, you know, upset you or anything, but I'm curious to know what your take is on Lynch. Why you don't like Lynch? Because I love him, but I understand he's an acquired taste for sure. Jordan Dowse, new to this channel. Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the like and subscribe. I appreciate that, Jordan. Sith Lord says Eyes Wide Shut is a good flick. I saw that for the first time probably about 3 years ago. I hadn't seen it. I really, really, really am curious to know how it would have been if Kubrick had been able to finish on his own. And I wonder, you know, I'm sure it would have been a completely different film. I enjoyed a lot of it. I enjoyed the tone. I thought was really compelling. It had obviously a very, you know, a dark tone, but also it was just curious. I found it to be a very curious movie. Like it kept me engaged, and it almost had this enchanting, hypnotic quality to it, which I think a lot of Kubrick's works have. If you're, as long as you're looking at it from the right angle, I think a lot of people, their biggest complaint about Kubrick is they perceive his work to be boring. But I personally find if you're in the right mindset and you're watching it the way it's intended to be watched, which is free of distraction and almost like I feel like it's almost supposed to be like a hypnotic experience. I find his use of imagery and scenery and even sound design and music, I find it very hypnotic and very mesmerizing. That's just me. Yeah, Full Metal Jacket. I saw that in, I think, my first film class that I took in high school. I saw Full Metal Jacket, or maybe it was my first year of college. King of Ruckus, yes. I am looking forward to The Irishman, and that is on my list along with, I still have to see Parasite, and I still have to see The Lighthouse, which I've heard phenomenal things about both those films. So I'm excited to see them. No spoilers, guys. Don't give me any spoilers. Chris Hassey, and you had to run the store, and we're still going. I like it. Yeah, we're here. Well, Jay left the stream probably about 12, 15 minutes ago. So now I get to talk to you guys, which is super fun. Caitlin, yes, I love Blade Runner. I love the original Blade Runner. Love the world. It feels very grounded in reality. I love how dark and dingy it is, and isn't a bright future. Like it isn't like a bright future that's portrayed with shiny silver, you know, flying objects and stuff. It's dark, it's grimy, it's polluted. Yeah, I love it. I love the ending. And I saw the sequel and I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty well done for a sequel. I didn't find it entirely memorable other than, you know, some of the vistas and the panoramic shots I really enjoyed. The acting was really good. I love Harrison Ford in anything he does, even when he's not even trying. I feel like I think he's just great. He's just a compelling human being to watch in general. Imagine being saved by Harrison Ford. Like, didn't he save a bunch of hikers in a canyon or something when he was flying one day? I just imagine him being like really grumpy and annoyed that they inconvenienced him, but he still decided to rescue them. I just think that's so funny. Chris Hassian, like Rain on Your Wedding. That's a good song, man. AI was the one he didn't finish. Yeah, he was doing that with Spielberg, right? I thought he didn't finish AI or and Eyes Wide Shut. He didn't completely finish it, did he? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Wouldn't be the first time I'm wrong. Sean Sarto, I agree. I agree. A Chaplin production, that's awesome. That's a really cool film assignment, especially in high school. That's awesome. You had a cool teacher, man. Recreate a director's style while telling your own short story. You chose to do Kubrick. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. that's a really cool assignment. Wow. Oh, I wish I had that assignment. I wish I still had I used to have a little handheld video camera that came with little cartridges that you insert into a VHS. And I had this one friend, she was my best friend growing up. Then she moved away, which made me so sad, but we used to make so many movies. We'd make like really quirky, weird, like short films. They weren't film quality, but like short movies, like really quirky, strange. We like to explore with editing and stuff. And then we would do horror stuff. We always did like a Kubrick themed horror version of our own thing. Ooh, Sean Sarto, I like that comment. Kubrick was using Hollywood. Few directors get to do that. That's a good point. Wow, that's a really interesting way of seeing it. He was. I agree. Ooh, Caitlin says she agrees with open-minded movie man, and I did not see. Oh, yes, I see your comment. Now I see it. Okay. Decker definitely got a better fitting ending in 2049. Decker is an awesome character. And yeah, I don't really remember much of the ending of 2049, unfortunately, but I remember enjoying the film overall, so I'm sure I was satisfied with the ending. Chris Hassian says, the moon landing is a good Kubrick film. Oh, you guys are talking about it? See, I read it for a book assignment in high school. I think it was my sophomore year of high school, like the first part of sophomore year of high school. We had a book assignment, and for some ridiculous reason, in my 14-year-old mind, I was like, I'm gonna read Stephen King's It and talk about it because I loved Stephen King all through middle school. And I figured I'm in high school now. I have a higher reading level. I can breeze through however many pages that freaking novel was. And oh my gosh, that book's crazy. Stephen King has one warped mind, let me tell you, because you do not see in the movies or the miniseries what he's talking about in that book. Man. Deckard. Yes, Deckard. I knew what you meant. Call of the Wild looks atrocious. Call of the Wild. Wait, they're remaking Call of the Wild? Why would they? Why? Wasn't there was a Call of the Wild originally, right? It's a Jack London book. And I think they made a Call of the Wild like adaptation in what, like the 90s? Early 90s, maybe? I haven't seen It Chapter 2 yet. I wasn't personally that impressed with the first It. I felt like it was very all over the place, quick cuts, jump scares. What I liked about the It story was the subtext of it, and kind of how King used the metaphor of I mean, I feel like King always works in really deeply in metaphors, and there was a lot of depth and meaning in it, and I feel like they did a good job with the cinematically. Like, it looks good, it's entertaining, but I just felt it didn't have the same depth and subtext that I would have enjoyed seeing in it. I would have enjoyed maybe a darker, quieter, more brooding film. But that being said, I doubt that would have the success that the ones that just came out recently would. Yeah, if Nova sleeps through the whole stream, she's gonna keep me up all night. Wow, Ian, your favorite King novel is It. It's a good one. I have to say, I think my favorite story from Stephen King is actually The Mist. I originally read that in middle school. My parents had an OG copy of Skeleton Crew, which was a collection of Stephen King short stories. and they were always raving about The Mist. My parents are big readers. They always were. They read all different types of stuff. But they had Skeleton Crew, and they both talked about The Mist so fondly. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to read it. So that was the first, Skeleton Crew was the first Stephen King book that I ever read, and I read all the stories in it. But The Mist was just so well written, and it just evoked so many like fascinating thoughts and like speculations and questions, and he's a very visual storyteller, I find, and he's very, I mean, descriptive is an understatement. He can be a little too descriptive sometimes, but yeah, I really enjoy The Mist. Elijah asks what my thoughts are on V for Vendetta. I really enjoy V for Vendetta, actually. I've only seen it a couple times spaced out. I need to see that again. That's one I should put on my list to like rewatch eventually, because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the reflection on society and humanity. I always enjoy movies that make you think about that sort of thing. Hi again, Rose Gold. You're back. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you being back. And Ayub. Good job. You're back, man. Thank you for coming back. It's good to see you here. Oh, that's a great question, Peter. What does Nova dream of when she takes a little cat snood? Does she dream of mauling curtains or catnip in a tiger suit? I don't know. But sometimes, and I know I've told you guys this before, sometimes she wakes herself up and is like so freaked out that she's not near me that she starts meowing from like another room. Like I'll know she's sleeping, and all of a sudden I'll hear her go, and she starts meowing and freaking out and running out to me like she had a bad dream. I don't know if that's, maybe I'm anthropomorphizing, but she gets all freaked out that she's not with me and she just wants to cuddle. So it's really cute. What dog is CGI? Which dog? Is it true the dog is CGI? Which dog is it? Chris, sorry, I'm going back in comments now because I don't want to miss any. Chris said it was missing space turtles. Yeah, we needed one big space turtle. Ian, is Joe Hill Stephen King's son? Is that his son? I've heard of him, but I haven't read anything yet. Attack Pig, I agree. Everything's either a remake or a reworking of a story we've already seen. Even if it's not in the same franchise, we're seeing the same thing done over and over and over again. It's the same formula, and if it's not the same formula, then it's a subversion of the formula. If it's not the same trope, it's a subversion of the trope. There's nothing truly original anymore. It's either inverted or subverted or completely copied with just new current political or sociological statements inorganically inserted. Okay, I can't keep going back in comments or I will miss the new comments. Okay, hang on. Let me keep up with you guys here. Sith Lord says Troy was good. Will Gentry, a little too descriptive is understatement for Stephen King. That man can spend 3 pages describing a damn toothbrush. You're not wrong, Will. You're right about that. He really can get a little wordy. Mm-hmm. Oh, Attack Pig, Troy is your favorite. You've always been fascinated with Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology. I am actually a sucker for the original Clash of the Titans, which doesn't actually follow Greek mythology. I mean, that's the thing. If you actually look into Greek mythology, so many of the tales are so varied, even within the same structure and the same gods and goddesses and all of that. Like you'll see like one story, like backstory for Zeus or Hera or Poseidon or Aphrodite, and then you'll see like 10 different variations of the same story. It's very all over the place. So I think probably the go-to storyteller for that time would be Homer. with the Odyssey and the Iliad. But I love Clash of the Titans. Oh my gosh, I love that movie. I love the stop animation. It's beautiful. And I love Gladiator, even though that's not mythology. I love stuff to do with ancient Rome, ancient Greece, ancient Egypt. I'm a sucker for the Mummy with Brendan Fraser. It's a fun movie. Sith Lord, what's Sith Lord saying? Oh yeah, SJWs are a new plague, new age plague. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. It's gonna have to backswing eventually. But right now, it's like a fashion statement. Sean Sarcho, thank you. And anamorphizing, now I can't say it, anthropomorphizing. I grew up hearing my dad say it because I'm such an animal lover, and anytime if I ever like projected my own feelings or emotion onto an animal and I was like, oh, the dog looks sad, or oh, like the cat loves me, you'd be like, you're anthropomorphizing. Like, they don't feel the same things we do. He has a Rhode Island accent that I'm terrible at recreating. I agree, slaves forging. I like all the variants in Greek stuff. They didn't bother claim from one perfect source, just nice stories. And wouldn't it be nice if a little place called Hollywood took a page out of that book? Just tell good stories. They don't have to be perfect. Oh, Dimagini, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, Nova woke up for you. Nova, we got a super chat. Did you wake up for the super chat? Hi. Oh, yeah, you gonna go eat now? Are you gonna go eat? You kitty? Did you have good dreams? Okay, I'll stop talking to the cat now. Sorry. Lord Arnold loves Old Germanic. See, I don't know enough about Old Germanic. I'd love to know more about Germanic history, Norse mythology, Scandinavian history. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Harryhausen stuff. Oh yes, we were just talking about that. I think on the last stream we were talking about Harryhausen. Yeah, I think I don't know name. I'm so bad at remembering names, but I think the gentleman who did Clash of the Titans was like a student or a protege of Harryhausen, I want to say. I know that they worked together in some capacity. I think all of those early clay animators and stop animators worked together. It was very collaborative time. I miss that, man. I miss practical effects. I miss the true talent and wizards of practical effects and that real time when things were actually really happening in the world of the actors and it wasn't just all digitized. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with that because there's a lot of beautiful digital art and wizardry too, but I just think it might be a little oversaturated. It's less expensive to do that now than it is to actually have practical effects and pay people to like create things from scratch. Super cat. Guys, you have to remember, good example here by Peter Colabucci. I love puns. I love corny jokes. I love dad jokes. And I just love any of that. Any kind of weird, awkward, quirky, or just like obvious humor is so funny to me. I just love that. So keep it coming. Ooh, open-minded movie man. That is a good question. Yeah, I do. So yes, I do. Absolutely, that would have been fascinating. I Wow, man, they should have gone to you for this because having the emperor come back just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Like clearly you are grasping at straws trying to get the OG OT fans to come back and prequel fans too. Like they realized that they messed it up. They realized that they split the fandom and now they're trying to get all the original fans back on board, and it's sad because like that's such a desperate move to get the emperor to come back. I mean, really, you really don't have any original ideas, do you guys? Crazy. So yeah, I do absolutely think if Darth Plagueis had been hinted at rather than the emperor, I would be very intrigued. I don't know that I would necessarily be completely on board altogether, but I would certainly be more on board than I am now. I don't have high hopes for Rise of Skywalker. Hi, Riff Rocker Don. We're talking about a little bit of everything tonight. We're talking about Star Wars, we're talking about cast, we're talking about Stephen King, we're talking about Orson Welles and Kubrick. Joshua Tika, yes, it's very cool. Oh, and Greek and Roman mythology, Clash of the Titans. We're talking about practical effects, all that good stuff. Elijah, my favorite Monty Python skit. I honestly haven't seen many of their skits, but my favorite movie is oh my god, I'm gonna forget the name now. The Knights of the Holy Grail, right? Is that what it's called? Knights of the Holy Grail. I love that one. I haven't seen all of Life of Brian, but I remember enjoying that. I do like, hey, you said chicks never like Python. I do. I grew up watching Knights of the Holy Grail, and that was great. It's a great movie. And I've met girls that like Monty Python. Is it Life of Brian? Is that what it's called? Am I misremembering the name? Life of Brian was funny. Mostly. Yes, Attack Pig. I haven't seen it in years. I would love to rewatch that one because I really feel that their skits, that not just their skits, but their stuff hold up really well. Ironically, I watched a skit. I did watch a Monty Python skit not too long ago that actually was very reflective of today's society and expectations. And I wish I could remember what it was. Let me see if I can remember. Let me see if I can look it up in my actual YouTube watch history and tell you guys what it is. I'm like shaky. I'm like nervous right now. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to doing this. Okay, hang on. Monty watch history. No, oh, went to the wrong section. Oh, there we go. History. Oh, okay. It was from The Life of Brian. It was from The Life of Brian. Okay, so if you guys like Monty Python, look up Monty Python's The Life of Brian, I Want to Be a Woman. That's a funny one. You know what? Maybe we could watch it now. Wait, do I know how to screen share? Hang on, I'm scared if I screen share, I'm gonna mess it up somehow. Let me see. All right, let's see this. Life of Brian, I Want to Be a Woman. You guys want to watch this with me? Okay, let me know. Say if you guys want to watch a Monty Python clip with me in the comment section. Let me know if you want to. Oh, The Meaning of Life. Okay, Life of Brian. Are they two different movies? I saw Meaning of Life then. That's the one I saw. Peter Calabucci is punny. Yeah, are you guys saying, do not screen share? Do not show this, it is copyright. Okay, I won't do it. Okay, thank you, I'm sorry. But you know what? Oh my God, can I link it? Hang on. I can link it. I'll just link it to you guys in the chat. Hang on. That's what I'll do. All right. You guys get to see a real life boomer in action. I know I'm not technically a boomer, but I identify as a boomer technologically. Trying to find my own stream. have to mute it. Oh, did I miss the super chat? Okay, there, guys. Okay. Did I miss a super chat? Thank you, D Magini. Did I miss one? I don't think I missed one, did I? Jacob. Oh, sorry, Jake. I know this isn't the super chat, but I just saw you said, "What's up? You're a Star Wars fan." I am a Star Wars fan too. Ah, okay, Dimagini. It's okay. I'm a sucker for for Jedi Bunny. Oh, Dimagini. Am I pronouncing it right now? I hope I am. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. I enjoy knowing how to say things correctly phonetically. Akira, Romans had better concrete than us. I believe Romans invented the aqueduct system, right? Romans were pretty badass when it comes to their inventions. Oh, the XD brother, you sent me a super chat. Okay, hang on, let me find it. Hang on. Can I find, do you guys remember the last stream where Jeremy taught me how to see my super aqueducts? My super chats, hang on. I'm gonna find it, you guys. Bear with me, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna try to cognitively place myself in the same time and space that I was in when Jeremy walked me through figuring out how I see all the super chats once I've passed them. And if I can't, I'll just go back to the comments and find it. Sorry for my weird singing. I do that sometimes when I'm focusing. I'm close. I think I'm closer. Stay on target. Maybe I go to analytics. Or do I go to live control room? No, I don't think that's it. I'm gonna find it. Oops. I think I did the wrong thing. No, wait. No, okay, no, that's definitely not it. You know what? You guys, I'll do this another time. I'll figure it out another time. I'm gonna find your super chat. Hang on. Let me go back. You know what? It's probably faster through my phone. Yeah, I'll do it through my phone. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that I'm a bit of a boomer when it comes to this stuff. And thank you, by the way, Will Gentry, for warning me about the copyright issue. Oh, I can't go back that far in my phone chat. It's so annoying. So annoying. Okay, we're gonna find you. Let's find that super chat. Where'd you go? When did you send it? Oh my gosh. It must have been before Imaginize. Oh, it's not letting me go any further back. Why? All right. Okay. You know what? Thank you so much for your super chat. Can you just repeat what you said so I can read it? I'm so sorry I missed it. I need to get that. I need to figure out what that screen is so I can find it next time. I will. I'm so, but like if I texted Jeremy, I would be even more distracted right now. I feel like, and then he'd probably have to talk me through it like on the phone. I'm just too I'm gonna figure my stuff out one day. You watch. You guys watch. One day I'm gonna be doing all kinds of wizardry and tricks. Jeremy tech support. Exactly. Okay. The DX Brother 13, please let me know what you said in your super chat so I can read it. I'm so sorry I missed it. And I promise I will figure out a way to find it eventually. Akira was Doomcock singing in his dream. Oh, Geek Gangsta. Happy is good, but I feel like Star Wars, I better, but they both cool as shit. Happy. What's happy? Happy a movie? Oh my god. Black Revan. My dad is not a librarian. No. That's a good one though. Thank you, Peter Kawaguchi. The Force will help me eventually. Horatio, thank you. Just calm. You're right. You need to calm down. He doesn't Nova look cute, Akira? Look at her. Isn't she precious? Hi, Nova. Hi. Can you say hi to everybody? Look at her eyes. She's so fun. Oh, want to see her play with the You guys watch. You ready? She made a little squeak. You guys, can you see the laser beam? Okay, I could do this all night. I'm gonna stop myself. Oh, Lord Arnold, thank you. Okay, so the XD brother, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you sent me $5. Thank you, you're so sweet. You're lovely. Keep up the great work and being yourself. Thank you. That is so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate it. You're back again. Rose Gold is back again. I love that you keep coming back. Thank you for dropping in. Oh, Akira says Doomcock is always singing. He's got a nice voice, though. You know, I need to catch more of his streams. I know he just reached, what did he reach? Like 100,000 tonight? Like, that's a big deal, man. That's exciting. I would be singing. He's singing too. Oh, wait. A Chaplin production. Did I see the whole? Yeah, it's like there's a family camping and a T-Rex comes out of nowhere, and it's like the little girl saved the day, right? Is that what it was? I saw that. And I don't know if I really felt much for it. And Giovanni, do I girls ever get tired of being complimented? I think, well, I appreciate that you're inferring that I'm hot, but I do think attractiveness is very subjective. I've had my fair share of people say not so nice things about my appearance. So I do believe that it's always nice to hear kind words about one's outer appearance, because as social beings, obviously appearance counts for something. So it's always nice to hear. And I feel like for women, I don't know, it's always nice to hear that. So I don't know. I'm tripping all over my words now. That this is why I shouldn't be drinking hard kombucha tonight. But yeah, it's always nice to hear, especially when it's respectfully said. It can always be very, very nice to hear. So yeah, good question. I'm so awkward. I'm so sorry. Larry. Black Revan, am I into Star Wars video games? I get asked this a lot. I currently only watch people play video games because I myself was quite addicted to gaming when I was younger. And I was really, what made me decide I needed to take a step away from video gaming was actually Knights of the Old Republic, because I played that for many hours, pretty much every single day for over a month. And I realized that I wasn't going outside and interacting with other humans, and I needed to be doing that. So I'm kind of like an all or nothing person especially when it comes to things like that, like movies, games. So I enjoy watching people, but I am currently abstinent from video gaming myself. Although I am tempted when I see people playing awesome games and the gameplay and the world looks amazing and the graphics are better than ever. And when the music's good and long story short, I do not currently play games, but I appreciate them. Peter Hahn, yes, I was beklempt. Black Draven, yes, I played Knights of the Old Republic. That was my jam. That was what made me realize that I was addicted to gaming and I needed to stop. So yes, I loved Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, Slaves Forging has all the old LucasArts Star Wars games. Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. That's awesome. McClunt, yeah, I know. Mike Myers, and I loved when he did Coffee Talk with Linda Richman. And what did he say? He said, hot dog, neither hot nor dog, discuss. Rhode Island, neither road nor island, discuss. So good. Oh my gosh. Larry, you just downloaded KOTR first time on Xbox. Oh my gosh. I'm jealous. I'm envious. Let me know what you think. Keck44, release your awkwardness. Thank you. I love that. I'm learning to embrace my awkwardness, and I'm realizing that people don't hate it as much as I thought that they would. People seem generally understanding that I'm an awkward person. So it means a lot to see that. Ian, you're an agoraphobic. Shut in. Outside is overrated. See, I like going outside to be in nature, but I don't like going like in places with lots of people. So I feel you there. I feel you there. Thank you, Sean. That's really sweet. Thank you, Wolfie. Wolfie, I think I just saw a comment from you earlier today. Right? Did you comment on something earlier today? I feel like I remember seeing you in my comment section before. Elisha. we should work on reverse aging technology so we can be our students. Oh my gosh. That's sweet. Sith Lord, thank you. Oh, King of Ruckus, thank you. And Rose Gold, thank you. You guys are awesome. I know I missed some comments. Hang on. I'm going to try to go back up. Slaves Forging, that's good to know. That does make me feel better that they're more fun to watch than play. I always say if I did get back into gaming, I'd really enjoy playing some good horror games because those look really fun and interesting. But I hate being scared. And the only time I ever really liked playing video games was when I was by myself. Like I didn't really like playing with other people in the room. So I can't play a horror game because I would not be able to sleep. Oh, wow. Open-minded movie man. Apparently there's a rumor going around that Palpatine in Return of the Jedi is a clone. Also, he sensed Vader betraying him, so he took precautions. So the Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker is the real one, supposedly. Oh, no. They're even going to ruin the Emperor? Like, you guys, stop. Just stop where you are. I just wish they would just give up at this point, but they're not going to. Oh, thank you, Larry. I'm lucky to have my students. If I didn't have my students, I think I would go insane because they remind me of who I am in many ways. You guys are good about that too, though, actually. I just think that, I think it's interesting because I work with young kids, and I do find that a lot of people are kind of freaked out by younger kids because they're so present and they're so in the moment and they're looking at you without any filters because they haven't picked up all these different signals and programming yet. So they're seeing you as you are, and they might not have the same depth or intellect that adults gain throughout their lifetime. But when you're with a young kid, like if you're not yourself, they sense that you're not yourself. So it's like looking into it's like looking into a living mirror. Kids are awesome and scary. Kids can be really scary for that reason. Oh my gosh, I'm missing. Hang on, I'm gonna try to keep up. Lord Arnold, thank you. Rose gold. Rose gold snorted Rice Krispies up your nose. That sounds really painful. Hi, the dude 1764. Thanks for joining the chat. How are you doing tonight? Happy Friday. Yeah, Peter, Disney does have no shame. He Gangsta asks, when I think I would get back into gaming, you'd like to watch me play another Star Wars game or any? Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought you were asking me a question. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, I'm not great with technology right now, so I don't even know how people show themselves playing video games. I'm streaming from a computer right now. I don't have, and then like when I record videos, I just record on my phone. Like I don't have a camera, I don't have a mic, I don't have any editing software. So I'm bottom of the barrel in terms of quality. So, but yeah, if I ever get back into gaming, I would love for you guys to join me, but I just don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. Oh, it was used by Dark Horse Rising. But the execution this time sounds stupid. Exactly. The execution itself, like they could have done, if they just feel so sloppy and rushed, like it doesn't feel like they planned this out organically. It feels like they're just like, well, let's throw this in there. So yeah, it's the execution of it that sucks. Stuart Mitchell, thank you. Oh my gosh, you have Agent Dale Cooper as your profile photo. That's so cool. I love Twin Peaks. And yes, thank you. I'm glad you liked my review of Dr. Sleep. It was my first real movie review that I've done. So it was really exciting, and I'm glad people enjoyed it. It doesn't have a ton of views, but I think people generally are enjoying it. So that's good. And I would love to do more reviews. And I think, whatever I review next, I just want to make sure it's something that I feel that I really enjoy and connect to. I think eventually, if I get more comfortable with it, I'll review more. But for now, I just want to review stuff that I really enjoy. And I have some more things on my list. I still have to see Lighthouse, Parasite, and The Irishman. So hopefully one of those will spur me and inspire me to do another review. I would like that. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind on comments. I'm sorry. Larry says you're scared of people in front of people of any age. Yeah, I feel that. My favorite. It's weird. How do I want to structure this? So, as an introvert, I do feel, to an extent, a level of social anxiety around people. But I find that when I go out, people are like, there's like a laser beam where people just want to talk to me. It's really interesting. So, like, for example, I go to yoga twice a week, and I'll smile at people and say hello, especially if I recognize them. But I swear, like, I don't really talk to anybody, but people just like flock over to me and want to ask me questions and talk to me. And it's really cool, but I definitely get very drained drained by it, especially. But it's interesting because the people that drain me the most are the people that seem like they're not very present. Like when I'm around someone and you can tell that they're really with you, they're in the same moment, they're in the same room, or they're in the same space, and they're paying attention to you and your social cues, they're listening to what you're saying. I find those people, I like feel like almost like charged around, and I try to be that type of person myself. Like when I'm with someone in person, I try my best. I don't even try anymore. It just feels natural at this point to just be completely with them. Like there are people, and like you'll talk to them, they'll be like, yeah, yeah, and they're on their phone. I'm like, why even be out if you're just gonna be like on your phone the whole time? So the second someone, I mean, I don't really go on my phone when I'm out anyway. The only time I really use my phone is if I'm here in my apartment. But if I had my phone on me and someone started talking to me, I would just put it down and be like, hey, there's a human here. But yeah, it's interesting. I agree that people can be uncomfortable to be around in general. But I do find that if you are around a person that's also like kind of tuned in and they're present, that can be really fun. It's just kind of fewer and farther between to find people like that. Okay, I've been talking a long time. I'm sorry. Yeah, Akira Miyamoto. I agree. There's a lot of energy vampires. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It can be very draining. And I think typically those people aren't aware that they're projecting that. I don't know. It's interesting. Aw. The XD brother, any advice on letting down the deflector shield as an introvert? Been trying to work on that. Yes, it's tricky. I think the best advice I can give is to truly be connected to your own feelings and experience first. Kind of like, you put your own oxygen mask on before helping the person next to you, right? So when I feel grounded in myself and I make an effort to be present in the moment, I know that I'll be, even if I'm awkward, even if I'm weird, even if I come off as like, even if I say something embarrassing, which used to be so scary for me, and like I still say embarrassing things all the time, especially on the internet. But when you're with another person, I've noticed if I say something that I'm embarrassed about, I'll clarify and I'll be like, I'm sorry. I feel so awkward for saying that. Instead of pretending that like I don't notice or I don't care that I said something awkward, I'll be like, whoa, I'm sorry, that was awkward. I'm this. And I do find that sometimes it helps to kind of like explain to people that you are introverted. And I find that fellow introverts will always really appreciate that. Extroverts seem to not really like notice. It's weird. We are different. Then there are ambiverts, ambiverts are really cool too. But there's a lot. I don't know. It's tricky. Just being a person today is tricky because times are different. I think people are less present than they've ever been. They're very distracted. And people are really more than ever, I think, living in echo chambers within their own minds. So they'll surround themselves with media that they enjoy consuming. They'll surround themselves with news that they want to hear. And they'll surround themselves with people that they tend to agree with or be comfortable with. Whereas in previous generations, I think there was more, if it was a certain night of the week, everybody was watching Saturday Night Live, or everybody was watching I Love Lucy, and that's not necessarily better, but I do think there was a more united sense of community. And when you went out, you didn't have people on their cell phones. You had people walking around with their heads up and engaged with the world. And of course, there were always introverts. There were always people that felt uncomfortable in public settings. But I feel like as someone that is one of those people, I notice when I go out, I like notice who's like plugged into the matrix and who's awake more easily now. And sadly, most people seem like they're plugged into the matrix. in a lot of ways. But everybody's there. I mean, on some level, it's just if they're choosing to disengage from reality as it is, you know, there's not really much you can do to change that. So the best thing you can do as an introvert, if you want to get out of your shell and let your deflector shield down, is to just be aware of your surroundings. And when you do see someone else that you can kind of tell is present or there, just work with that interaction and just be yourself. And if you feel awkward, own it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not the best at giving advice for some reason. I'm sorry. I'm going on. Oh, King of Ruckus. Yeah, ambiverts are half, like almost like not half and half always, because there's a spectrum, of course, with introversion and extroversion, and ambiverts kind of straddle the line. So, like for example, my dad is an introvert, like a true introvert, not like a hermit, but he's definitely an introvert. Whereas my mom is an ambivert, and she's a little bit more extroverted than she is introverted. So she's much more social, and she enjoys, you know, she can handle continuous interaction with people without having like her energy depleted. Whereas I am much more of an introvert, and if I'm interacting for a long time with people, especially with people that aren't very present or that aren't also introverts, like I'll get exhausted. So even after this stream, like talking with you guys is so much fun for me, but I just know that I'm going to be so tired afterwards. But also I'm not used to talking as much as I am now. But yeah, ambiverts are really cool. I wish I was more of an ambivert, because I think they get the best of both worlds. I think it's healthy to be a relatively social person, but not to overextend yourself. And I do find a lot of extroverts tend to really overextend themselves and constantly be putting themselves in situations where they have to be on all the time. Whereas introverts, true, like solid introverts, will just like they'll be happy just doing their own thing, going off into nature, going off the grid, which I think is super cool. But I think kind of having a little balance between the two is really nice. Ollie Shep, yes, I do get anxiety. I have anxiety right now. I'm happy. It's like happy anxiety, but I'm anxious. I get overwhelmed very easily. I'm very sensitive. I'm very empathetic. If someone else is telling me something that they're experiencing, I'll like feel that, especially if it's something that they're experiencing that's like sad or scary. I'll feel what they're feeling. Like not like on like a psychic or like woo woo way, but just in a way where it's like I can understand. Like I've had some rough things happen in my life. I've lost people, and I know how painful and hard life can be. And yes, I do get anxiety. Long story short, I get a lot of existential anxiety. I've had existential anxiety since I was like 4 years old. One of my earliest memories is wondering what it all meant. Like, what does this all mean? So yeah, I definitely get that. I hear that. You guys are asking awesome questions, by the way. Peter Hahn, you can be social, but it's like wearing a mask. It's exhausting. I feel that. I'm doing that a little less. I think I'm getting better at not wearing a mask as much. It's so weird because when I look back at my old YouTube videos that I made like last year or whenever, I feel like I was kind of wearing a mask. I felt like I was like performing, and I had this like persona. And even though it was a reflection of me, and I feel like I am like a very quirky, energetic person in certain ways, I'm also like really like I'm also sensitive, and I have dark, you know, feelings a lot of the time, and I think it's important to be in touch with those things without letting them weigh you down, but also to embrace what makes you who you are. I used to wear a mask, but I used to wear a mask much more when I was younger, and as I've gotten older and I've kind of explored what I value in life and in interactions, I've learned that it is important to be true to who we are, and to hone into our intuition in terms of like what we really need and want. But with certain people, you need a mask. I find the most I need a mask is when I'm around like people that are kind of tuned out and they're not really paying attention to your thoughts or your needs or what you're saying. And like then I'll just be like a complacent nodding person, like, yeah, and I'm just trying to plan my escape while someone's talking my ear off, which I'm sure some of you guys are doing now. I'm sorry, I've been talking too much. Wow, Akira, you had no cell phone for 5 years. That is nice. I like fantasize about not having a cell phone sometimes and how nice that would be to go back. It's hard. It's like hard to go back now that it's such an implementation in our lives, in our culture, to have a cell phone. I feel like it's almost impossible at this point, and eventually we're just going to probably upload our consciousness and everything's going to be a singularity, which is a scary thing to think of, but hey, we're headed that way. So sorry guys, this got dark. Yes, Trump 3PO. Jay, yes, we're having some interesting deep conversations though. We're talking about some deep shit, man. So yes, we're doing well. Thank you for checking in. Mr. O'Neill 262, thank you for your super chat. Oh, you didn't say anything, but I love your profile photo. That's a good one. Good old barbecue Anakin. Ooh, slaves forging. We are each other's mirrors. Yes. Ooh, Carl Jung. Yes. Counseling with Kelly. Yeah. Pretty much. This chat is definitely fun tonight. It's interesting. Elijah asks, what am I reading currently? I've more recently got into a lot of nonfiction stuff. So it's funny. It's funny you asked that though, because I have one of those free book libraries. There are actually a bunch of them around me in the area that I live, which is really cool, where there's like a little box and people put out all the books. And most of the time they're really not great books, but you find some real gems in there. So I read Into the Wild, the story of Christopher McCandless, which I really loved. His personality really resonates with me. His story is heartbreaking and fascinating, and it's very divisive for people because a lot of people think he was just kind of stupid and selfish, but a lot of people also think he was very philosophical and deep, and I think it's kind of, the reality is kind of between the two. So I just finished that. That was one of the books. I'm reading another one called The Vagabond for Beauty, which is a story about, I forgot his name. I think he lived in the 1800s, and he loved to explore the American Southwest, and he would do these beautiful woodblock prints and journal, and he would write home to his family members. So like it goes back and forth. So one chapter is his letters to his family and the woodblock prints that he made of the desert and the canyons. And the next chapter is like explaining what happened. And he actually ended up going missing in like 18, or maybe did he go missing in the early 1900s? I forgot. I haven't picked that one up in a bit. I need to get back into that one because that's a really good one. And then I actually found someone left The Lost World, the Jurassic Park sequel. And I remember my mom reading that when I was a kid, and she enjoyed it. My mom is like a bionic reader though. She reads like 3 books a week. Like she just reread she reads so many random books. She just reread the whole Harry Potter series again in like, I think she was updating me. She reread it in like 3 weeks. She goes through so many books. If my mom kept all the books she had, she could run her own library or bookstore, I swear. Lumparoo. Yes, we most certainly are in a simulation. I do not disagree. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. It seems like we're headed that way, and I just don't understand why we wouldn't be. I'm finding less and less reasons to think that we aren't. It's fascinating. Attack pattern delta. I just saw this. The XD brother, or the D. I always say your name wrong. I'm sorry. The DX brother 13. You're not one to talk, especially at work. You find it much harder to be yourself around extroverts. I tend to have more energy when you're own space. Yes. Yes. I really don't. I feel like if I'm with an introvert, I can hang out with them forever. But when I'm with an extrovert, and my best friend is an extrovert. Some of my favorite people are extroverts. Actually, my best friend that's an extrovert, ironically, she was my roommate in college, and I can still hang out with her because she's like, she'll take care of herself. I find a lot of extroverts though, like have like a very like they need like the social reinforcement, which is really sweet and cool in a lot of ways, but it depends on their approach. And my friend that's an extrovert is like, she's very self-sufficient in her extroversion. So she's okay. But for the most part, I do find that I get tired around extroverts. I'll be like hanging out with an extrovert for like half an hour. And I'll be like, I just need to go sit in a corner and just chill for a minute. And then I'll be back. But yeah. We'd like to be social, open-minded movement, but I don't know how we're going to interact with in real life, which is why we have to be cautious and often guarded who we offer our trust to. It's so true. Great. That's a great statement from open-minded movement. It's so true. Panda Queen. What the heck are you talking about? Well, girl, we are all over the place with this chat. Let me tell you, we've been all over the place. Right now we're talking about introverts versus extroverts and how to not feel too awkward when being around other people, all that good stuff. We're all over the place. Simulation theory. Oh, for Redwall, sometimes it doesn't let you type anything when you donate. I don't know how people figured it out. Huh, that's interesting. Hi, Hammer. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I still have no idea how to see my super chat screen. I didn't miss any more, did I? Guys, please let me know if I missed any super chats. Attack Pig, you'll be back in a bit. Don't go anywhere. I am getting hungry. You know what, guys? I'm gonna eat some peanuts because if I don't eat, I feel like I'm gonna faint. I can't drink on an empty stomach, and I've been drinking that hard kombucha. Wait, what? Larry, Call of the Wild with Harrison Ford? Why? Oh, Call of the Wild. The Jack London one, right? Mm-hmm. I can't believe Harrison Ford still wants to do movies. Aw. Mr. O'Neill 262, I like the pick. Hate being around people. And like you talked about, sort of the same thing. I like the pick too, as you know, and I'm glad that you can relate. Oh my gosh, Drunk 3PO. How is Anthony Daniels' book? He must have a lot of interesting things to say. I'm sorry I'm eating, guys. You can probably see peanuts. Peanut dust everywhere, but I'm hungry. I needed to eat something. I'm going to try to cover my mouth. I know people don't like seeing food. Seafood. Thus spoke Zarathustra. I can never pronounce that. Is gnarly. Mm-hmm. You're talking about the philosophy, like, or the song. There's a song too, right? Nietzsche and Plato. Oh, I dropped the peanut. It's hard to use a mouse or a trackpad and eat peanuts at the same time. Oh, I'm way back in the comments. Sorry, guys. Okay, gotta go down to the new one. Oh no. I'm one of those streamers now. I'm sorry. I was so hungry. How long have I been doing this stream, you guys? Can you tell? Because I feel like I haven't eaten in a day, even though I have. I love peanuts. I bring them everywhere with me. I went for a ride with Jesse Milestone and Jeremy when we went to bring the donated money to that dog shelter. And like every 15 minutes, I was pulling out peanuts and asking them if they wanted any. Panda Queen, I don't know much about Half-Life 2. Just over 3 hours. Wow. So you guys, I think I've discovered I have like approximate 3 hour window before I hit a wall and I start feeling like I'm either gonna die of starvation or I'm gonna pee my pants. Or Nova goes crazy, but luckily I don't even know where she is. Did you guys see my new plant, by the way? Look, I got a new plant. Isn't that beautiful? It's a Monstera plant. Greg Rivera, good night. May the force be with you too. Thank you so much for coming by the stream. It's always good to see you. Oh, the dude, 1764. It has been a long night. I didn't know a pumpkin. I haven't watched Dark Crystal yet. Are you talking about the new one or the original? Brian Froud. Let me look that up. I don't know the name offhand, but let me see if I recognize his art style. Brian Froud. Oh, he looks like a jolly man. Ooh, so he did the Dark Crystal concept, I guess. Wow, he's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Aw. Wow, his stuff is gorgeous. Well, now I've seen it. His stuff has it has a lot of familiarity to me, so I'm sure I have seen it. I just didn't realize in what capacity or what context I had seen it. Oh yes, this one's really familiar. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, so he did the art for Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal. That makes sense. Very whimsical with a dark edge to it. I love it. Beautiful. Thank you for your super chat, the dude. Don't turn into a pumpkin. Quaestor, thank you. Oh my gosh, that is an epic statue profile photo. Who is that supposed? Is that supposed to be Julius Caesar? Who is that? That's beautiful. I would love to go on Doomcock's chat, but I do not think I could hold my own. I get so awkward when I'm on live streams with people. I just get not awkward, but I think my introvert comes out and I just kind of like don't know what to say. But I'm getting better. I'm working on it. Maybe one day. Yes, hail Doomcock. 105,000 subs. That's awesome. Within cells interlinked, you love plants, but eventually kill yours. It is a delicate balance with plants. They're very sensitive. And it's about, excuse me, it's about knowing what they all need individually. And it is a learning process, to be sure. 20th Century Dom, thank you for coming. Thank you so much for being here. Merry Christmas. That's early, but I'll take it. Have a beautiful night. Thank you for being here. The kingdom. Oh my gosh, Sith Lord. A cherry blossom tree would be amazing. I love, I want to go to Japan one day for an actual cherry blossom bloom. But I've been to Washington, D.C. when they had the cherry blossoms blooming, and New York. Sakura Park, I think it is, in New York. In Washington, D.C., the streets are lined with them. It's beautiful. Sparkle Beauties by Diana Zaporte. Hello. I love your profile photo. That's beautiful. Welcome to the chat. Juby, thank you. I will make more content. I'm slowly but surely finding my path here. Oh, Panda Queen, most of her school is sad kids sleeping on their desks. I've been there, man. I remember sleeping on my desk many a time, especially in middle school. Middle school was rough for me. Middle school especially. But I did a fair share of sleeping in high school too. It wasn't until college that I actually started caring about what I was doing. Peter Kolabuchi, that's awesome that you're learning Japanese. That's really, really cool. Amen, Hammer. Plants must have strong roots to survive. Strong roots and the right amount of care and attention, but not too much either. Larry Palpatine died 36 years ago. Amen. Your roommate's dog ate your cherry blossom tree. Hey, Jeremy Swigs, you've learned to say what you feel you want to. That's polite. But if it's weird, I just ignore the feedback. As long as I'm entertaining myself, I don't mind. It's a good way of thinking of it. Oh my gosh, Juby, thank you so much for your super chat. Oh my gosh. What? Thank you. Oh my gosh, I hope that wasn't like an unintentional, that's a lot. Juby, you just sent $100 super chat. I hope you didn't accidentally press the wrong button and meant to send 10 or something, but thank you. Either way, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Do you have anything you would like to say that I can highlight or anything you would like to ask? I'm going to stop eating peanuts because that's rude after having gotten such a beautiful super chat. Thank you. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, thank you. What? I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow. At least I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I hope Juby is the correct pronunciation unless it's Jubai. I don't know. Oh, you just joined. Thoughts on the Mandalorian. Okay. Here we go. Now, I haven't seen episode 3 yet, so I don't want to speak out of turn. Going slightly against popular opinion, what seems to be popular opinion from my end, I'm not overly thrilled with it, but I don't dislike or hate it either. I'm on board. I want to watch the show in its entirety. I want to see where it goes. I love Baby Yoda. I think the Mandalorian, the character, the approach, just in general is very, very cool. The one thing that stands out to me that I'm not a huge fan of yet, that I've talked about briefly, has been the score. I'm not a huge fan of the music. It kind of takes me out of it a little bit because it looks like something's happening within the Star Wars world, but when you hear music that thematically doesn't really sound like Star Wars music, just feels a little bit off to me. The score feels, this might just be my opinion. This probably is just my opinion. This is just my opinion, but the music itself feels a little bit almost juvenile in its quality. Like it's very plucky. And I understand that they're going for a Western style and a Western theme. And I said this earlier, but I think Ennio Morricone is one of the best film composers of all time. And he did the Fistful of Dollars trilogy, and I thought he did such a beautiful job with his music and his compositions. And what's the song? Ecstasy of Gold is one of the most beautiful songs of all time. And I feel like if they had tried to go for a marriage between a little bit John Williams style and a little bit of Morricone style, I think it would have been perfect. But yeah, the music takes me out of it a little bit. Visually, I think it's really good. But yeah, I'm kind of in the middle right now. Not really sure how I feel about it yet. I definitely have to watch the 3rd episode. So we'll see. But what do you think of it? I'm interested to know what you think. Panda Queen, your sister has a stream? You should be on her stream. Yes, the XD Brother 13, $100 is very generous. I'm like actually overwhelmed and it feels very surreal. So thank you. Everyone's saying Jubei, Jubei, Jubei. Jubei, 3 is badass. Okay, okay. Well, you know what? I think Jeremy said that earlier. He said that he really liked episode 3 and to let everyone know what I thought after episode 3. So I guess that just means I gotta see it soon. Oh, thank you. I kind of agree, Peter Colabucci. The weirdest part to me was when I heard there was an electric guitar in one of the scenes, and I was like, wait, what? Electric guitar? It just felt so out of place. I've never heard any type of guitar in Star Wars. It's a classical symphony, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Carrie Westham, according to your stopwatch, it was an average of 13 minutes, 38.274 seconds before a female was allowed to speak in The Mandalorian. Wow, maybe they're trying to depict a very female oppressive time in that era of Star Wars. Who knows? Maybe the remnants of those who abided by the Empire knew what Leia did, and they chose to work to suppress all female voices. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I almost just choked on a peanut. Jeremy Swiggs, there was an electric guitar and attack of the clones during the Coruscant speeder chase. Well, to me, all that says is that it was done seamlessly by Mr. John Williams himself. Apparently, he was able to construct the score in a way where the electric guitar wasn't too distracting. Black Revan, 100%. I would live in the Star Wars universe. That was always my dream. Growing up as a child, I used to like hope that one day I could find a way to experience the Star Wars universe. My favorite planet is actually Tatooine. I also really love Dagobah. But realistically, I think I prefer living on Endor just because of the climate. It's beautiful, and I wouldn't mind hanging out with some Ewoks. They're pretty awesome. Jubei, the girls that love it are just extra cool. True. Black Revan, would I live in the Star Wars universe forever and I could bring one person? Well, if I could only bring one being with me, it would have to be my cat. If I could bring one person, oh, maybe my mom. I don't know. My mom was never a huge, like, she didn't dislike Star Wars, but she was never, obviously she's never into it the way that I was. But my mom, of all the people in my life, always loved how much I loved Star Wars and like embraced it. And she used to say goodnight. When she would say goodnight to me before I fell asleep, she would always say, "May the Force be with you." And she would always say, "I hope you have beautiful Star Wars dreams." So I think that would be really special to bring my mom with me. And this is just a secret. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not gonna, okay, I have to say it now. Okay, so this is just a secret between the 69 people here and me. But my mom isn't in the best health right now, so ideally we could go live in the Star Wars universe together forever. And I'm thinking about it extra today because, but she's okay, she's gonna be fine, but like, it's just scary to think of. I don't want to talk about it. But yes, my mom, I would bring my mom with me because she's been my best friend since I was born, and I love her. And she lives in Rhode Island, and I live in California, and I miss her, but I'm going home to see her in a couple weeks. I'm really excited. So anyway, sorry. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to like say any of that. I'm sorry. But yes, I would bring my mom with me to the Star Wars universe. Just saying. Open-minded movie man, thank you so much. You're at 253. Oh, hoping for 300. Well, let me see. I don't think I am subscribed to you yet, so let me get you a subscriber from myself, and then everybody. I encourage you to check out Open-Minded Movie Man's channel. Let's see. I could probably just do this from my chat window, but I'm just such a boomer. There we go. Well, now you have 254. And hopefully more, guys. Everybody check out Open-Minded Movie Man's channel. Viking Turtle Mom. Why did you bring me here? Yeah, my mom actually, that's really funny. My mom probably would be like, why would you bring me here? That's great. That's great. Yeah. My mom's funny. She's a character. She's unintentionally funny. She's just a quintessential mom. She's just such a mom, and it's amazing. She's just great. Moms are the best, Christy. Christy, you're back. I thought you left. Hi, Mr. Pete. Mr. Pete is here. Black Revan, realize the top level of Coruscant are all millionaires, so most likely we should be at the bottom or mid-level, and they have no internet or the concept of it. What do they want? Coruscant. I don't think I'd want to go to Coruscant. Coruscant gave me the creeps. Thank you, Jeremy Swiggs. I appreciate that. I actually usually tell my parents when I'm live streaming because they want to watch, but they got home late tonight, so I didn't tell them. And my mom is very private, and she does not really tell anybody. And I think she might. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching this after I uploaded it. I know you don't want me to tell anybody, but it just came out. And once I started saying it, I was like, I might as well just keep saying it. So I'm sorry. The only other person that knows is Jeremy. I told Jeremy about it once, like a long time ago. But it's okay. She's awesome. She's positive and she's optimistic and gonna be good. Yeah. Oh, King of Ruckus, I'm sorry to hear about your mom too. Yeah, it's crazy. It's I think regardless of our relationship with our parents in life, it's always hard to think about not having them around, even for someone who I'm sure has a challenging dynamic with their parents. I imagine that it's still scary to think about a world without them. And that's been one of my fears since I was young. One of my biggest fears has been losing my mom because she was always in my corner and she's been my rock since I was like little. I'm not gonna, oh my God, I'm gonna cry about my mom. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to see that, I think, and especially when you're close with them. And I consider my mom's been my best friend for my whole life. So it's like, it's scary. But you know what? That's life, right? That's like, life is that. And life is unpredictable and life is scary. And I've seen some not so great things go down in the world. And I've seen a lot of loss, and I think everyone has to an extent, and there's a lot of suffering in the world, and I think that's what makes our time here more meaningful in a lot of ways, and what makes our relationships with people more meaningful. Thank you guys. I don't want this to be like a topic though. Like, I love you guys. I'm so appreciative that you're here for me and that you're so awesome. But I know my mom, she's gonna be annoyed that I even said anything because she's very private about it. And she's very optimistic. She's staying optimistic. It's been a few years now and she's still very optimistic. She doesn't let anything get her down. So she's still working. And she and my dad are each other's best friends. So everything's gonna be good. Yes, exactly. Always look on the bright side of life. You can always find it. There's always a light. There's always a light there somewhere. Oh my gosh, Jubei, I'm so sorry. Oh, a year apart. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Yeah, it's scary. It's something I've feared since I was little. And now that it's like, you know, it's obviously, I think for all of us in the chat, I'm sure, you know, we're all adults here, right? I'm assuming there are no 13-year-olds in the chat. You know, I'm sure many of you have experienced loss and people departing from your lives, and it's never easy. And it's one of the hardest things to go through. And we're facing our own mortality at the same time that we see things, that we see these things happen. So it's rough. So you have my condolences too, Jubei. Oh, Kappa news. That is a good change of subject. Yes, Star Wars, Jubei. I think everyone's one with the Force. I think everyone becomes one with the Force. So we're all connected. We'll all be Force ghosts together one day. Johnny the Whiz Kid, I know very little about the Kappa news. It sounds a little scary, but you know, like regardless of what happens, you know, I think I don't know if it's gonna affect my channel or not, but I am just so like grateful to have you guys as a community that I think it'll affect bigger YouTubers. Like I'm small, like I'm a small YouTuber, and I think, you know, it's gonna suck for people that make their living, but luckily I have my job, I have my stuff, I make my rent every month. I need to be able to, it's beautiful that my channel just got monetized, but at the same time, like if they take that away because I don't have child-friendly content, like, okay, like I still want to just hang out with my friends. That's what I'm here for. So we'll see. I don't know enough to spread the word though. I wish I could, but I don't know enough. So I suggest that you guys should definitely check out Jeremy's video on that because that looks interesting. X Ross Talk, hi, welcome to the chat. Larry, thank you so much. 22nd on the 22nd. Oh, 22 on the 22nd. Thank you. Love my channel. You're doing great here on your channel. Best wishes for you and your mom. Family comes first. Love them while they're still here. We appreciate you sharing yourself. Best wishes. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Larry. I really appreciate that. That's so sweet of you. And I'm going to see my mom in a few weeks, so that'll be really nice. And I'm going to be home for a few weeks. I think I'm going to be home for almost 3 weeks, so I'm excited for that. Wolfie, thank you. Oh, Mr. P, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you, Mr. P. And you guys, just to let you know, Mr. P has a really cool channel too, and he uploads really cool little clips that always bring. I've said this before, but his Mr. P always brings a smile to my face or makes me laugh or just warms my heart with his content. He either has something funny or cute or beautiful. So very cool little channel. He does not little anymore. Oh my gosh, you're gonna be at 1,000 subscribers soon, Mr. Pete. But yeah, he has a cool outlook on things, and he's very observant of the world going on around him, whether it's something funny and interesting or whether it's something beautiful and beautiful scenery or funny license plate sins and wins. Good stuff. I recommend it. Bovine deherder. I think I would have a green lightsaber. The green lightsaber was always my favorite after Luke constructed his new lightsaber after losing Anakin's original lightsaber. I love green. Green is probably, if I had to choose between blue and green, I think green would be my favorite color. And ironically, my mom has green eyes. So bring it back to my mom again. She has green eyes, so I think I'm a little biased. My mom's favorite color is green. My dad's favorite color is blue. My dad has blue eyes. My mom has green eyes. My favorite colors are blue and green. All the streams got crossed. Oh, Sith Lord. Yes. Beautifully said. Sith Lord, I can't imagine losing my folks. They're such great, loving people. Prayers to all the good parents. Yeah, I agree. I think it's incredibly special, and people are really lucky when they have good, positive relationships with their families and parents. I've seen a lot of people who don't have good relationships with their families and parents. And either way, whether you're super close and you have a friendship with your parents or whether you're emancipated, I think it's always hard for people to face that reality of losing the people that brought them into the world. So it's a scary thought. It's a humbling thought. I've had anxiety about it since I was a kid. As I said before, I've always thought about it, but it's something that I think we all go through, and it's a shared experience. Viking turtle. If I live on Endor, how do I plan on stopping the Ewoks from cooking me? Oh my gosh. I feel like I'd probably pull a 3PO. I couldn't pull a 3PO like realistically and speak in Ewokian language, but I think I would like use the same concept that he did, which would be to make the Ewoks believe that I was a deity of some sort. And make them think that I was like some higher being to convince them that they didn't have to kill me. Although if I was going to be cooked and killed by something, like going out with the Ewoks, like it's probably the cutest thing that would ever cook and eat you. So Ian Giovanni, I love Red Letter Media. Yes, they always cheer me up. I hope they come out with their second the second part of their 2019 movie catch up soon, because that first part was great. I think I've watched pretty much every Red Letter Media video ever now at this point. Echo Base Network, hello. Hello, the stream's been great. We've been on a bit of an emotional roller coaster tonight. We had Drunk 3PO, aka Jay, here before, which was really super fun. We talked about Star Wars and Mandalorian, and now we moved into some like rough territory for a while, but we're on the bright side again. It's been a good stream. It's been a roller coaster of a stream, which I've subverted my expectations. I don't know about you guys. Open-Minded Movie Man, you're welcome for this sub. You guys, reminder, go check out Open-Minded Movie Man's channel. I'm interested to see what your content is. I'll give it all a watch. Anybody want a pizza roll? And thank you, Open-Minded Movie Man, for your super chat too. I really appreciate that. Lord Arnold, yes, Plinkett is great. I love Plinkett. Plinkett's great. Ben B, this is awesome. Thank you. Ooh, Larry, a blue turquoise lightsaber would be amazing. Jube, I agree. I love Mr. Plinkett. I love all of their different things that they have. Wheel of the Worst is really, really funny. It's not my favorite. My favorite is when they do just like a regular half in the bag. But Mr. Plinkett's hilarious. Half in the Bag is phenomenal. Nerd Crew. You guys need to check out Nerd Crew. It literally just makes fun of pretty much nerd culture and how like adamant like nerd fans are and like the Disney shills and all that kind of stuff. It's really funny. Watch the Red Letter Media Nerd Crew movies. Those are episodes. Those are hilarious. Oh, Sith Lord, I didn't realize you were leaving. Sorry, I'm going back into my chat because I wasn't keeping up with it. Don't swear. Social media crap, it's not going anywhere. That's why the only social media I really use at this point is YouTube. That's it. I mean, I have social media, but I just don't go on anything else. Thank you, Christy, for showing Mr. Pete's channel. David Pinto, hello from Panama. Wow, hello in Panama. Okay, now I'm going back down to the newer chats. I'm sorry. Anybody want a peanut? Yeah, exactly. That's the voice I was trying to say when I said pizza roll. Oh my gosh, I missed the opportunity to say anybody want a peanut? I can't do the voice. Was that Andre the Giant? Who said anybody want a peanut? Was that Princess Bride? Anybody want a peanut? That's literally me. Like when I'm with people, I'll bring peanuts in my bag. And I'm one of those people where if I have something and I have enough to share, I'm like, do you want some? So it can be really awkward depending on what I'm eating too. Because I feel like obligated to ask people because I don't ever want anyone to feel like they're being left out. Because I always was the kid that was left out growing up. Wow, I just had a psychological breakthrough. So I always felt like an outsider. I always felt left out. I always felt like people didn't want to share with me or engage with me. So I go out of my way to make sure that everybody gets a peanut. King of Ruckus, I do not speak other languages. I really, really want to. I speak a little bit of some, like I know a few words in certain languages. Like I know a few words in Thai. I used to know a few words in, oh my gosh, now I'm forgetting. Well, I know a little bit of Spanish. I took Spanish for a few years in high school. I just never, like, I find that language, like my language center and my math center are very like closely linked. I know that's probably not true anatomically in terms of the brain, but I always found personally for me that learning language was very similar to learning math for me. I guess because of the formula and the layout and the structure. And I always got tripped up on how to form sentences, not so much the words, but how you structure actual phrasing. So I always got tripped up with that. But my mother, her first language is actually Lithuanian, and she speaks 2 languages. But she doesn't have an accent or anything. She grew up in England. And then she moved to America when she was about 9. Hola, David Pinto, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? That's all I know. Stephen Yarnell, thank you for clarifying. It was the Princess Bride. I appreciate you clarifying that. Good to see you, Stephen, by the way. Oh, Greg Rivera, back to catch the rest of the stream. You never know when Kelly will stream. Have to catch it when you can. Yeah, I don't know. I'm weird like that. I never really know until pretty much that day if I'm going to stream or not. So it's kind of a spontaneous thing. So I appreciate you being here. It's always so nice when people actually show up. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going back up to older comments to make sure I didn't miss any. Will Gentry has never had a pizza roll. Will Gentry, are you in England? Because that would make sense if you're in England, I feel like. Or the UK, I should say. I feel like pizza rolls would be weird if you're from the UK. The Mr. Pete channel says Red Letter Media doesn't like George Lucas a lot. Yeah, I think they definitely go hard on the prequels with their Plinkett reviews of the prequels. They go pretty hard on Lucas with that. But I think they're very equal opportunity with who and what they make fun of. And that's something that I learned over time with them. They were an acquired taste for me. I discovered Red Letter Media, I think, when I was in college. And the first few videos I watched, I didn't really get the shtick they were going for. And then I eventually was like, okay, I can dig it. And even until recently, sometimes I would get like a little bit hurt or offended when they would talk about like how Star Wars is a very finite story and like how far can you really go with Star Wars? Rich Evans would always say that, but you know what? There's truth to that. Like it does have a very finite universe quality in it when you look at it. I mean, it's still very deep and it still has a lot of places it can go, but more than ever now. I mean, The Last Jedi didn't make it finite. Nothing else did. Bearded Nerd says, you've been hearing good things about Knives Out, the new Rian Johnson movie, which if anything proves he's capable of making a good movie and just didn't with The Last Jedi. I know he got pretty good praise for Looper and for Brick. I saw Looper. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't super memorable for me, but I appreciate it. I have been hearing good things about Knives Out. And he actually directed one of my favorite music videos of all time, ironically. So he does have talent and he does have vision. He was just the absolute wrong director for a Star Wars movie. I didn't like his approach. I didn't like his attitude. I didn't like the way he brushed off the fans and brushed off Lucas and brushed off the actors involved. But he does have talent and he's capable of creating, you know, meaningful pieces of, you know, I don't know if I call it art, but meaningful pieces of media. And I just think he was the wrong person, but. Devious Wings, girl, same. You described my life. Ooh, what was I talking about? Good night, Thomas Woodford. It's late on the East Coast. Always good to see you. Night, everyone. Good night, Thomas. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Oh my gosh, I missed comments. I'm sorry. Yeah, Juve. George Lucas is not happy with what Kathleen Kennedy has done. Not surprised. Yeah, Peter Hahn, exactly. No one's happy with what KK is. Well, unfortunately, some people are somehow, but I think they're full of it. Yeah, Ian, I agree. I think when Rich Evans said the thing about it being a very finite story, I don't know. I don't know how to exactly reiterate what he meant, but I think I know what he was going for. But I do agree that if you explore the expanded universe, there's so much more. And I used to read the expanded universe books when I was younger. I just haven't in a long time. But there's a lot there, and it's just amazing to me that they didn't use any of that, and they're claiming that there was no source material to work from. Like, yes, there was. We had an entire family tree between Luke and Mara and Han and Leia and their twins. It's just crazy to me that they would say that. And they were good stories too. I remember that. They weren't perfect stories, but they were good stories. My gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. And I'm sorry if this is too much information. But I've been going I think I've been going for 3 hours now. And I'm sorry if this is TMI, but I really do have to pee really bad. So I think I'm going to start wrapping this up. I'm going to try to make sure I get to everybody's last comments, but just keep in mind that Kelly has to pee. And let's start. I'm going to finish reading your comments and then we're going to wrap it up. Okay, because I have to pee. And I'm really hungry and peanuts just aren't cutting it right now. I need more. I need more than legumes. Wait, Critic Geek. Hi, Critic Geek. J.J. Abrams was making a sequel to Spaceballs. Yeah. Sith Lord, it takes a special kind of stupid to F Star Wars up, yeah. And I agree, open-minded movie man. Elijah Maccabee, I always think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Favorite book or favorite book genre? I think my favorite book genre is actually nonfiction now. I don't know if that'll change because I feel like my taste in books is always changing. My favorite book, if I'm thinking about one that I've returned to over and over and over again, and I get the same sense of joy from. I honestly would have to say The Hobbit. I've read that so many times, and I always just get a sense of joy and like warm coziness when I read it. That's my favorite like fantasy or fiction book, I would have to say. Oh my gosh, that's a good question, but I really have to pee and I can't think anymore. I'll think about it more though in the time between now and the next stream. Oh my gosh, even saying stream makes me think more. Critic geek or diapers with heck. Pee. I can't laugh. Don't make me laugh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh, don't make me laugh. I can't. Hi, Rob Gagnon. It's good to see you. I'm sorry you got here so. I wish you were here earlier. Now I have to pee and I have to go. Bio break. Oh my god, I can't laugh. I can't laugh. Oh my gosh, it hurts. All right. Thank you, Peter Han. Open-minded movie man, you wanted to say, really do hope everything goes well for you, and especially your mom. She helped you become the person you are today because you're a cerebral and unique individual. Thank you. It's true. My mom is one of my heroes. I wish I could be more like my mom, actually. If you guys think I'm cool, my mom's like the sweetest, nicest person in the world. Oh my god, Will Gentry, have I really been going 4 hours? Oh my gosh, I got it so bad. I think now we know what my and I'm always really strategic. I'm like, okay, before I start the stream, I'm gonna pee and make sure I'm hydrated, but like not too hydrated. So I guess 4 hours, that's my mark now. Now I know I can't do 4 hours. Black Revan, very funny. Yes, Elijah, we've talked about this. You know I'm a Tolkien fan. We've talked about this before. I know you love Lord of the Rings. Ooh, Ian, yes, that's very true. The people that I find in life that tend to stagnate and stay generally the same with the same tastes and the same likes and the same dislikes, generally, it's not that they're necessarily unintelligent or like adults or anything. It's just that they tend not to look inward as much and want to step up to challenging themselves. But then again, I've met some really, really, really intelligent people that are very stuck in their ways and just don't change for anyone. So it's interesting. There's different levels of intelligence. There's emotional intelligence, there's social intelligence, there's purely intellectual intelligence. So there's so many varieties. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Keck44. You've been here. Oh my gosh, you've been here from the beginning, haven't you? Astronauts do wear diapers, critic. I know. Okay, wrapping it up. Don't keep commenting, guys. Thank you, Hammer. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, open-minded movie man. Hi, Mild Wild. Thank you for the heart. Thank you, Akira. Thank you, Lumparoo. Oh my god, look at Lumpy. Oh my god, I can't. Oh my gosh. Yes, Dr. Coffee Nails, I'm still on for now, but I have to pee so bad. I'm gonna go. I'm wrapping it up. I'm just making sure I say goodbye to everybody. Oh my gosh, Expaladoc, you're here. Oh my gosh. Hi, Expaladoc, I have to say, I know you're hashtag MGTOW, but thank you for always having something interesting to say from the very first video I posted. I don't want to, obviously I don't want to deter you from your path that you have chosen. We all have our paths that we choose, and I respect that. But it's cool to see you here. Thank you. Thank you, Slaves Forging. Oh, yes, go out and be social. Be yourself, though, man. I'm telling you, like, I truly believe that everybody at the core of who they are has happiness and meaning in their lives. And you have to find that in whatever you find that gives you meaning, that you find beauty in. Strive for that first, and then you will find your people. You will find people that you connect with. It might be few and far between. If you're an introvert, I totally get that, but you will find that. Oh my gosh, Joe, did you see Nova? Hi, Joe. Thank you, Jube. Ninja Scroll. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you. Convol, no, I don't think I could. I don't think I could. Yes, I'm not a robot. Yes, robots don't have to pee. And I do. Elijah, exactly. People are strange, especially when you're a stranger. That's how I feel. Good night, King of Ruckus. Good night, Ian. Good night, Lord Arnold. Night, Christy. Of course, I'll say goodbye to you, Mr. Pete. Good night, Mr. Pete. Everybody, make sure you check out Mr. Pete's channel. It's very cool. Good night, Greg. Oh, you're still here. I thought you were going. May the force be with you. Thank you, Joe. Viking. I'm sure that would be a COPPA violation. The DX Brother 13. Thank you. I appreciate you for everything you've said tonight. I really do. Thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody. Good night, Black Revan. And thank you again, Christy. Thank you for modding. Thank you. I know you had to drive home from work, but I really appreciate you for modding. You're always so awesome. Mr. Pete channel, yeah, you get a wave. I just said it. You must have sent that after I said it or before I said it. See, this is where my problem comes in, where I want to make sure everybody gets a peanut because I have to pee so bad, but I still want to make sure I say goodbye to everybody. Oh, thank you, Christy. Christy, you're awesome. Thank you. Seriously, you've been there for me. And like ever since I met you on, I think I met you on Nerdrotics channel, and you've just been so supportive and sweet ever since then. And I appreciate you. You are a blessing to everybody in this community because every time I see you in a stream, you're always awesome and funny and sweet and supportive. So thank you. Yes, go catch Mary Mayhem. Okay, guys, so Mary's streaming, I'm assuming, soon. I think she's doing karaoke tonight. So everybody, funnel out slowly, show yourselves out, and go see Mary Mayhem. I think she's doing a stream, if not now, very soon. So go check her out. She's awesome. She's smart. She's adorable. Okay, almost done. Thank you, Peter. Because it's lumpy. Of course we're going to giggle. It's just such a funny face. And yes, Jeremy Swigs, Nova can use the Force. I think cats are pretty tuned into the Force, more so than most. I think cats are always seeing what's going on in the underpinnings of the universe. Yes, Bearded Nerd, Fandom Menace Power. Thank you, Ben V. Your Nibelung Henry subscribed for Nova. Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, Stephen. Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel. That's okay. Well, next time, oh, it's morning where you are. Okay. Well, hopefully next time I'll be on a little bit earlier. I don't always get out of work early enough to do an early stream, but we'll see. Will Gentry, yes. It is a teacher thing to say. It is. Yes, attack pig. I have to pee. If I don't go soon, I'm gonna pee my pants. I'm sorry. Yes, go to Mary when I sign off. Mary Mayhem. Check her out. Oh, here, Christy has the link. Everybody look at Christy's link. Go to that link. Thank you, everybody. All right, I made it. I made it through the comments. Everybody, Akira, thank you for the heart. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone. Thank you so much for your support. I love all of you. I'm so grateful for all of you. It was awesome talking with you guys. I was feeling pretty lonely earlier today, and I really just wanted to hang out with you guys, and that's exactly what we got. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you next time, and I hope you all have a great night and a beautiful weekend, and may the force be with you. Okay, hang on. It's going to be awkward until I actually know how to leave. I don't know how to leave. Okay, I'm going to do it. Okay, bye, guys. I'm still here. I'm sorry. I'm a boomer. I did something wrong. Okay, now I'm really gonna go. Okay, guys, everybody have a great time. Okay, everybody have fun. Go see Mary's stream. I'll talk to you all soon. May the force be with you. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at technology. Okay, stopping cam. Ending broadcast.